It's known as Cathedral City, the metropolis on the Rhine, or simply Cologne. But for the next 4 days, a Brit like me would say Cologne is the epicenter of gaming, as hundreds of thousands of developers, publishers, artists and fans converge on this bustling German city for the biggest gaming event in the world. And of course, Xbox is at the center of it all, as me and my fellow Xbox On cohorts catch up with some of the minds behind the games making headlines and wish lists. Plus, we've got some Xbox news coming up that you're not going to want to miss. So keep it here as we bring you wall-to-wall coverage of the must-play games, updates and fan-favourite franchise coming to a PC, handheld or Xbox console near you. And speaking of Xbox consoles, back at the Xbox Showcase in June, one of the many cool things that we unveiled was the Xbox 25th Anniversary Collection, with a translucent green Xbox Series X and Xbox wireless controller. And this limited edition collection celebrates 25 years of Xbox. Time flies. But since then, I think it's fair to say that fans have been eager to learn how to get their hands on these. And today, we're excited to share more and also give you a closer look at what makes this collection so special. And joining me now are Scott Van Vliet, our Xbox Chief Technology Officer, and Carl Ledbetter, Head of Design for Xbox Devices. Welcome, guys. Welcome to Gamescom.
Henry, thank you for having us here, man.
Yeah, thank you. Absolutely. It's my pleasure. And Scott, in particular, welcome to Xbox, because you only just joined us a few months ago as our first ever CTO. Why don't you break down for us, what does a CTO actually do?
Yeah, well, first, I've been a fan of Xbox since day one. Owned the original console, was an early beta tester of Xbox Live in 2002, and spent many hours getting kudos inside of Project Auto Racing, getting my butt kicked and getting pwned in campaign or Combat Evolved, and playing games like Hunter, The Reckoning, and all other types of games like Morrowind and others that spent countless hours playing on this device. So to be here as a CTO of Xbox is just an incredible honor and an incredible opportunity. Now, in that role, I'm really a maker, if you think about it. I started my career as a software engineer and a builder of devices. But really, I'm focused on making and building great experiences for our players. And so that includes building the hardware that Xbox produces, as well as the software that runs on our devices, the developer ecosystem and the platforms that developers use to publish their games and their technology on our platform. So really kind of the end-to-end system that helps bring value to players.
Amazing. Yeah, so very much a connective kind of tissue that helps all the teams communicate with each other and just deliver great games on great devices for everyone. That's right. Awesome. Carl, you've been here a little bit longer, right?
I've been here a little while, yes.
Yeah. You come with the furniture now, I think.
Yeah, I think I need my own anniversary edition. But I will say one of the things that, having been at Xbox since the beginning, like one of the first products I worked on was the design of the controller S. And this was in response to the Duke. The Duke is awesome. I know many of you out there love the Duke. It's very endearing.
I got big hands. It's perfect for me.
Bingo. So the first challenge we had was how do we get the controller to fit in more hands? So the response to that was designing the controller S. That's where I started.
I really love the fact that, because I remember when there was more deep dives on the Series X and S wireless controllers, that a lot was made of how much data was captured just to make sure that it fit even more hands. So the fact that that's like a through thread since the beginning of Xbox is really cool to see, and something that's continually iterated on. That's awesome. Well, before we dive in and learn a bit more about this incredible collection, Scott, you've got something you wanted to share?
I do, Henry, and I'm really excited to share that starting tomorrow, our fans will be able to pre-order the 25th anniversary collection of our device.
Amazing. Let's go. Okay.
Yeah,
very nice.
Awesome.
Very nice.
Right.
But there's one more
there's a little bit of additional details there.
Yeah.
In addition to the pre-order tomorrow, some of our most loyal fans would have already received an email this morning with early access to pre-order starting today.
No way. Where was my email?
Yeah, you should check.
Oh, okay. Later. We'll do that later. That's amazing news. So check your emails as well at home. Maybe you're one of the lucky ones, but if not, check back with us tomorrow, and you can get your own one of these. Which, yeah, I'm gonna have to do that. Is there anything else as well that is particularly exciting about this collection for people that are pre-ordering?
There's one more fact to share, Henry. In addition to the console and the controller being included in the collection, pre-orders will include a copy of Halo Campaign Evolved in the box.
Yes, back where it all began. I mean, I love Halo. I love the controller too. Is it possible for someone to be able to purchase just the controller on its own?
Absolutely. Again, starting today, customers and our players can choose to pre-order that device, the 25th anniversary special edition controller, starting today. Nice.
I think I will have to, because I want a second one to go along with the console itself. Unbelievable. Okay, everybody clear your calendars for tomorrow to get your pre-orders locked in. You don't want to miss it. But why don't we talk a bit more about this just stunning hardware? Like, well done, guys, by the way. First, Scott, why don't you tell me a little bit about what were the inspirations behind the anniversary collection?
Well, there's a lot that went into designing this box, and actually, I'll hand it over to Carl, the team who actually worked on it and built it.
All right, thanks, Scott. So we put our heart and soul into this design. I mean, going back 25 years, it's a pretty special moment. We wanted to create a product that was reflective of the journey we've been on with players over the past 2.5 decades. And so we started with the material. So the Xbox, the original Xbox limited edition console was in this exact same translucent green resin. And so we worked with the engineering team, we matched the resin, and we found a way to actually mold it on the console, the Series X25. And we've never done that before. No, so we're kind of building new product muscle with this one.
So it's an exact color match.
It's an exact match.
Wow.
And so we're really proud of being able to do that. There's also a number of Easter eggs on this product. I'm not going to give any of them away.
Come on. Fine.
That's up for you at home to, once you get this, just explore. You'll find some really special things. But I will say, for the people who are at Gamescom here, we have a special exploded view display of the Xbox Series X25. And on that one, you can see around the fan shroud Master Chief's helmet. He's molded in. It's special.
Sick.
Do not do this at home.
That's right. Do not
take our word for it.
Yeah,
do not open the device.
Do not open the device. But for those of you at the show here, you can check it out. We also did a few other things. And so you'll see on the front of the console, it has the branding, the Xbox 25.
Yep.
On the controller, we also have that. We also did something that we've never done before. So I'm going to turn this on. And you'll see that the Xbox button, we lit up the X shape in green.
Nice.
So this is a true homage to the original branding for the Xbox. And that's just something that every time you turn on the console, is going to remind you of where we've come from and the journey we've been on together. Can I talk a little bit about the controller?
Please do.
Okay.
I'm not going to stop you.
Yeah, the team just went all out. So, we talked earlier about the controller S design.
So good.
How to make it more comfortable.
Yeah.
Well, that was a lot of inspiration there. So on the controller, you'll see the ABXY colors are the same: red, blue, green, and yellow. It has the branding, the Xbox 25. On the back, I don't know if you can see that, we have the original Xbox logo.
That's nice.
Yeah, so that's printed on the back. And then for those of you who know, the controller S actually had the ABXY, but it had the C and Z buttons. They were white and black, and those later in life on the Xbox 360 became the bumpers. So what did we do? We made the bumpers in that same black and white.
It's like pulling on my heartstrings.
Yeah.
Like literally bringing me back 25 years.
It's awesome.
Oh, it's so wonderful.
Cool.
So that's just some of the design details that we did. We actually did one more thing.
Oh?
Never before done. So this console, each one will be laser etched and numbered. Unique.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's sick. Oh my goodness. I can imagine already. People are going to be looking who got the 25.
That's right.
Who got the 117.
The 117.
Yes. That's going to be a real chase for collectors. I love it. Love serialized. And you've absolutely nailed the design. As someone who's been playing from the OG Xbox, I didn't have a translucent green one. I had the black one. So this is a nice chance for me to own something that's a piece of gaming history and also just looks so sick. So congrats, guys.
Yeah.
You've really, really done a great job. And if you are at Gamescom, definitely check out the Exploded View.
Super cool.
I'm kind of intrigued if I could get one like that and then maybe just put it together myself, because I'm a bit of a tinkerer sometimes, but I'll let you know. Well, it's been an absolute pleasure having you here, guys. Thank you so much for sharing all those details about the Xbox Series X 25 and, of course, the Xbox 25th anniversary controller as well. I'm not kidding. Get that reminder in your calendar so you don't miss the pre-order window. But hey, maybe check if you're one of our most loyal gamers and you got that early access email as well. But coming up, the Crazy Taxi World Tour continues with a jaunt through Germany unlike any other. But then we swap the pickaxe for a sword with an all-new game demo for Minecraft Dungeons 2. But Minecraft Dungeons 2 isn't the only big game coming to Xbox, with Gears of War E-Day, NBA 2K27, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4, and Grand Theft Auto 6 all on the way. Xbox is truly the best place to play. But first, you're a raccoon leading a gang of trash pandas in all-out mischief and mayhem. Yeah, it's our first world premiere of the day. Enjoy!
Germany, the land of enchantment. From the moment you land, you'll be met with breathtaking views, fairy tale vistas, modern amenities, and cities full of historical charm. And there's no better way to explore this vibrant land than by car. Experience historic villages, modern art, delicious sausages, fantasy castles, magical holiday markets, and pointier castles. The charm and atmosphere of the natural beauty is only beat by the colorful locals you'll run into along the way. These interactions can be quite magical. Naturally, no trip to Germany would be complete without a visit to the famous Autobahn. So, what are you waiting for? Explore Germany today. Auf Wiedersehen.
Welcome to the home of Minecraft Dungeons 2 at Gamescom, right here at the Xbox booth. It's a beautiful scene with the seasons changing as fans wait their turn to get hands-on with the demo. You can see the booth is celebrating the brand new dimension for Minecraft Dungeons 2 that was announced last week, known only as gameplay, and there's no waiting in line for you. Charlie's got the controllers warmed up and ready for a live playthrough with 3 of the minds behind the game. Charlie, take it away.
When it premiered back in 2020, Minecraft Dungeons was called the perfect introduction to dungeon crawlers for beginners and a breezy adventure for veterans, and a great couch co-op too. So here to bring us the next chapter in Minecraft Dungeons, please welcome Minecraft Dungeons 2 Creative Director Mons Olsen, Executive Producer Andreas Skoglund, and Production Director Nathan Rose. It's lovely to have you here, guys. Collectively, how are we doing? Thumbs up?
Doing
Great.
so good.
Thank
Really
you.
good.
Yeah.
Thanks for having
Great to be
us.
here.
Amazing. Right, so Mons, I'm going to come to you first, and I'm going to ask you potentially the most important question of the whole day, okay? what kind of game is Minecraft Dungeons 2, and how does it build upon the world of Minecraft?
Okay, so Minecraft Dungeons 2 is an action RPG set in the world of Minecraft. You fight familiar enemies and new enemies. You collect lots of treasure, and you can do all of that together. So you play up to 4 players, either in couch co-op or online play, or just mix the two together.
And co-op's a huge element of the
It
title,
really
right?
is, yeah.
Amazing. And we're seeing such amazing footage here that we've seen already. But one of the things I really want to dive into, because we have a live demo today, how very exciting, is the character customization. Because this has evolved quite a bit since the previous title, right?
Yeah. So we're seeing the new inventory here. There's a few things that we have done to it. The armor slot has been split up into 1 from the first game, into 4 slots.
Love
helmet, chestplate, leggings, and boots to
Just
match
like Minecraft?
regular Minecraft.
Yeah. And more loot gubbins to
Exactly.
pick up.
More loot,
Yeah.
more ways to customize.
Exactly.
We've added a new item slot called talismans. And talismans give you passive bonuses that specialize you in a particular playstyle. So if you want to customize your playstyle, you equip these. You see that some of these have experience, so if you go up to one of the equipped ones, they level up with you. So as you play the game,
okay.
as you invest more time into it, these talismans upgrade and become stronger. And for example, there is the Tasty Bone, which gives you a wolf companion that fights alongside.
Good, he's back. I'm very happy. And you can switch these in and out to match
For
the
sure.
playstyle, yeah?
Yeah.
I know that's a huge emphasis for you guys. Is, again, when you go in to choose a character, you choose the design of a character rather than a class type that you.
Exactly. We have
Yeah.
this idea that you are what you wear.
Oh, I love that, Mons. That's beautiful.
So Nathan is going to go upgrade some of his loot at the blacksmith. Some of these have slightly lower item power, so if you just want to bring them up.
Beef them up a bit.
And at the blacksmith, you can also the gear spawns with random effects, and you can swap those out as you like.
Okay.
So you can spend this special currency called the Echo Shards to re-roll your effects that you have on your gear to specialize your character.
So you can still grind for the legendary style, like the look of the loot that you want,
Sure.
but then you can come back here and refine it with this additional currency.
right, yeah.
Wonderful. Okay. So what are we going for here? What are the options?
I think we have a build that has a little bit of everything set up.
Okay.
So the melee weapon here is unique. It's a very powerful item that has additional melee boosts of different kinds. You have a set of feet that buff companions, so things
Okay.
like the wolf.
Yeah.
Do you want to go look at some enchantments, Nathan?
Ooh,
Yes.
yes, definitely. So talk us through the enchantments. If there's anyone who hasn't played the first one, how does that work in the world of Minecraft and Minecraft Dungeons?
Right. So to further specialize your gear, you can put enchantments on it. So you collect enchantment books out in the world. This is a change from the first game,
Of course, yeah.
where you had enchantments built into your gear, and now instead you collect these books and you can apply them as many times as you like to whatever gear that you like. So
Oh, wonderful.
Nathan, take your pick.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Ender Mines on my main hand weapon.
And what does that do? Weapon attacks deploy 2 mines that explode in proximity. Ooh, that does sound very good. Great ag control on that.
And so now, whenever he does jump attacks, also new to the game,
Ooh, okay.
or combo attacks, swing multiple times,
Ooh, that looks awesome.
then you'll see these enemies pop up.
And as a personal favorite, I could also see on the bar at the bottom that the firework arrows are back, right?
They are indeed.
They are my favorite thing. So I played this game obsessively with my family. It was the first game really that my daughter got into. With the couch co-op really came to us here. We even gave it a nickname. If you guys are interested in hearing a little,
Please.
maybe you can rebrand it. We called it Minicraft Dungeons.
Oh.
Let me know if it
I love
sticks in
that.
the office.
No, it's
I
good,
imagine
it's good,
it
it's good,
doesn't.
it's good.
But
We'll
yeah,
adapt it.
I loved it. And
Should we head out
yeah,
into the world and
if we
get a
can
few
make my
more
dreams
players in?
come true,
All right,
play
let's
it,
join.
that'd be great.
So we're gonna travel to an outpost in the forest area here, and then
I'll start. I'm gonna choose this guy.
Beautiful. Okay, and me.
Charlie.
Here we go. I'm going to go for you. Lovely.
I'm going to pick a character as well.
Beautiful. And here we go. Very quickly, that map was an interesting thing. Instead of going onto a specific place, the table, choosing a mission and moving over, this interconnected world is brand new, right?
Right. Yes.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Andreas, actually, do you want to talk us through any of the other new elements that are coming along?
Sure. So what we did is that we took the original Dungeons 1 and we listened a lot to the community, what they loved about it, and we smacked the big old layer of freedom on top of it.
Love that.
So we want for Dungeons 2 that players have the freedom to play the game they want to. So Mons talked about, you are what you wear. So depending on how you equip, you can play the game you want to.
Oh, my loot! It's in the sea. I'll get that later.
And also you
Well, you'll
have
find
the freedom to explore. Because
Okay.
our world is a big interconnected world. So outside of the core quest line, you can do a lot of things in procedural generated dungeons and whatnot. And lastly, we also want dungeons to be, you have the freedom to play it with your friends the way you want to. So we put a lot of emphasis on building out our co-op feature set.
Absolutely. I mean, you had such a huge community that came along. I'm going to nick that TNT, by the way. From the first game, millions and multi-millions of people played. So what was it like to build upon that foundation when it came to the sequel?
Well, the beautiful thing about working on a sequel is that you can listen into what the players loved about the original and use that as a guiding star when you build a game. So really, we wanted to tap into all of those things.
Is there one feature in particular that fans were really, really wanted the
Mons
most?
mentioned it. We
Oh,
jumping
dear.
is a big one.
I've got you. Someone
But
protect
all in
me.
all, we
Thank
really
you.
want the game to be approachable for new players to the sub Minecraft genre here, but also have a lot of depth to returning players.
We have actually the mini inventory that we could show off.
The
which
mini
is,
inventory.
Oh, look at that!
So in the
Hold on, what do I press to get that?
the D-pad up
The
button.
D-pad up.
Yeah, so in the first game, you had to inventory management.
You had to
like
take it
one
in
at a time.
turns. Yeah.
And that was some feedback from the community that we really took to heart.
Absolutely.
Now we have this mini inventory so everyone can manage the gear at the same time.
Oh, yeah, we would rock, paper, scissors in our house as to who got to go first to look through the loot after a fight. That's incredible. I love that.
That's really good.
We also have this guiding line. If you're ever lost in the world, you can just press
Love that.
the button here. and
Really
you know where to
accessible.
go. Yeah.
So we're gonna go over to. Oh, you're hitting me with TNT.
that was me.
No.
Okay.
Oh,
Well, that's
Oh.
another fan favorite.
it's usually a Mons move.
And another improvement in this game is if multiple people revive at once, you revive faster. So that
Oh,
was something
amazing.
we were doing there.
That's really cool. I also wanted to ask as well, so I'm looking at what I've got equipped down here. What's this candle?
That's the creeper candle.
The creeper candle.
So, like a creeper, it explodes. So you
Uh-huh.
put it down, and then after a little while, it explodes and it takes a bunch of enemies with it.
Okay, perfect. Right, I'm going to test that up on the next adventure that we have. In fact, I'll tell you what. While I'm waiting for some poor innocent fool to put my creeper candle on, let's talk a little bit more about discovery and exploration and what makes this game as fantastic as it does. What's it like to expand this world even further for fans, Mons?
So we just walked past this doorway. We didn't enter it, but that leads to a randomly generated dungeon.
Oh, okay.
And so you can enter those to find special currency, these echo shards that we use for enchanting and for
Yep.
upgrading the merchants in town. You can also get that currency by defeating soul corrupted mobs,
Okay.
one of which we see up here.
Oh, it's this guy.
Yeah,
All right, I'm
so
definitely
that's an
dropping a candle there. Watch out, lads.
Extra tough enemy, but once we get it, we should be seeing
Nice.
some of the special currency pop up.
Oh,
and
well done, you
we're all
dings.
collecting it.
Great work. This is wonderful.
Okay, and so we're just gonna walk up this tower and find the.
Who's going to be up here?
Well, let's see.
Okay, all right then. Nathan, I wanted to ask you about the evolved co-op experience as well. We've spoke about it a little bit, and obviously we can see it on display here, but we mentioned it at the top. Co-op is such an integral experience to Minecraft Dungeons 2. Can you speak a little bit more about what that's like to bring it together and what it means for the title?
Yeah, absolutely. A big change that was made between Dungeons and Dungeons 2 around couch co-op is the ability to join a online multiplayer game within a couch co-op group. So say if you're at home playing with your family and you have an open spot for another player, you can matchmake and grab another player from the internet to join your couch co-op party.
Oh, wonderful.
It was a
that's
big
great.
change that was really necessary and something that our fans have been asking for.
Yeah, I can imagine. Right, kill all them idiots. All right. Oh, this looks like what? Oh, the weather's not good either.
No.
Oh, dear.
Well, I think we have one of those infamous demo bugs here, but
Oh, no.
it's supposed to be a big boss fight.
And you robbed me from it. That's fine. I will
Yeah.
have to wait and see it when it comes out.
Nathan, do you want to take us to the forest and we can play some of the forest there?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, let's talk a little bit about how we're going to get to the forest, the map, the world, how it all connects together while we're setting that up, please, Mons. This
Right.
stunning, by the way.
Yeah, so we have this lovely map. There is things to do all over it. As you can see, there's like little indicators of side quests.
Okay. In fact, actually, I think I've just been told that we can't see it here, but everyone, there we go. We do have a clip. We had a little practice on the boss fight. So actually, we can just talk over the footage and how good I am. I don't think, So talk us through. Who are we seeing here?
Right, so this is the Copper Monstrosity. It's a really big boss fight that you encounter as part of the story. You're looking for somebody else, somebody called the Supreme Evoker.
Okay.
But actually, as you get here, you instead encounter this giant monstrosity to fight. And it's actually quite a challenging fight. This video is making it look easy.
Because we're so good, right?
But yeah, it takes a beating.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great fight. It was really, really fun.
Yeah.
And I felt like everyone, you're missing out. We had some great call-outs as well, everyone looking after each other. I've thrown the TNT and everything. So again, the co-op comes perfectly into there. So do we want to touch on where we've landed here? So back into the regular, or are we going to... Let's have a look at where this goes, actually. This was really interesting when we
I think it's an interesting cutscene too.
Yeah, talk to us about what we're about to see then.
Right, so this is right after the fight. And we're seeing some of that quirky Minecraft humor in this cutscene.
Yes, love that. I'm so glad you've kept that in.
Yeah, we're picking up a note block, which is important to the story. We'll go into more details on that later, but as you can see, it's that easy to just...
Laughing at him in the background.
Is there any symbolism with the music box?
Oh, there is.
Yeah?
Yeah, but we'll get into it at a future date.
All right then. Well, on that note, talking of a future date, Minecraft Dungeons 2 does launch next month. It's not that far off, guys. I hope we're all excited. Yeah. Are there any last thoughts you wanted to share with players before we wrap up?
I mean, saying we're only 1 month out, I think this is a brilliant time to also pre-order our game. Because it comes with a lot of really nice, items you get with pre-order. I mean, look at this cape.
Cape is beautiful.
Look at the chicken.
Look at the chicken.
Yeah. That's the sole chicken pet.
Oh, I love them. Oh, so sweet. So this comes as part of the pre-order bonus, as you say. Yeah.
So pre-order now, get these things, and we'll see you all in a month.
I'll meet you in the interconnected world. I'll be jumping in all your lobbies. Well, thank you so much for joining me today, guys. This was absolutely fantastic. Good luck for the rest of Gamescom as well. And yeah, thanks again for walking us through this demo experience. But coming up, it's the day that changed everything. The most important event in all of Gears of War lore. And we're not just talking about the long-awaited reunion of Marcus and Dom. We've got the latest on the campaign and what Gears fans should look out for when Gears of War E-Day drops later this year. But first, let's keep the party going with another world premiere.
Know you what it is to behold the world's ending? To know the hour, the blood, the flame? I do.
Odin is waiting in Asgard.
You shall be my final wager. To save the 9 realms. Wield the powers of the gods. Twist fate with the throw of your dice. You are the last vanguard against Ragnarok. The defenders of... Huh? Oh, it's hard to do it alone? Then rise in Valhalla. Gather your brethren and fight together! Show the spawn of Loki why you never bet against the gods.
Well, it's a big year for Xbox, and we've got a lot going on here at Gamescom. We're celebrating 25 years of gaming, which is apt as we've got 25 games on the show floor here and more than 40 games in this show for all of you at home to enjoy. We've got hands-on gameplay and looks at some of the most iconic franchises in entertainment. And here with me today is Xbox's expert on the next generation of new tech, No, I think I prefer him by his other title, Master of Beards. None other than Jason Ronald himself. Welcome, Jason. How are you?
I'm great, and I'm so excited to be here at Gamescom. Thank you so much for having me.
No, of course. You've been to quite a few now. Is this number 10, right, for you?
Yeah, I love coming to Europe, and, not only is it Europe, but Germany is so important to everything that we do. And so, it's, as you said, it's a really exciting year here for Gamescom, and we have so much going on. Last night at Opening Night Live, we showed a new set of footage for Gears of War, which I'm super excited to play in October. We announced our partnership with CD Projekt Red to bring The Witcher 3 to Battle.net. But ultimately, for me, the thing that makes Gamescom so special is just the fans and the community. This is what has made Xbox special, and just to be here in Germany to celebrate with the community and all of these great creators, it's just such a great time to be at Xbox.
You're so right. We've got a lot to celebrate tonight at FanFest as well. Looking forward to that.
Exactly. FanFest is one of my favorite things to do. It started here in Cologne, and it's just going to be great to spend time with the fans tonight.
100%. Can't wait. Now, speaking of the fans and also the community, there's a lot of players that take obviously great pride in their gaming collection, especially here in Europe. We know that Xbox players have stacks of physical games. I like to organize mine alphabetically and have a couple of collector's edition, Doom Slayer and Master Chief looking down, guarding all my precious loot.
Yep.
But there has been a lot of conversation lately around ownership and also rights to the games that you buy. So Jason, what do you make of it all?
Yeah, very similar to you. Like, I have a large physical collection. I have my own collector statues.
Heck yeah.
So today we're bringing a new feature to bring all of the benefits and the flexibility of digital to players who have physical games. Because players have built their libraries of games with Xbox over the last 25 years. Many players, some have bought physical discs, some have bought their games digitally, and many of these games work across multiple generations. And even as technology changes and formats change, your library shouldn't. We have so many special memories tied into our libraries, the moments you've played with your friends, and we want to be able to bring those forward. And that's really about our commitment to game preservation.
I mean, that sounds great. I really love the idea of your libraries moving forward with us, but can you maybe walk me through it a little bit? So again, I've got a physical game copy on my shelf at home. What do I actually do with it?
Yeah, it's really, really simple. So most Xbox One and Xbox Series X titles support this. So all you have to do is just put the disc into your console. You'll be prompted to redeem a digital license, and that digital license will be tied to your account. And so now you get all of the benefits of digital. So you don't have to put the disc into your console to play the game. If the game supports Xbox Play Anywhere, you can easily play it across multiple screens. And you can even do things like cloud streaming, which you never were able to do previously from a physical disc.
Wow, I mean, that sounds sick and also really straightforward. You mentioned just then about supported titles.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, so we're launching with support for thousands of games. Okay. And we'll add more over time. And this is part of why we're launching it with the Xbox Insider, so that we can start collecting feedback. And you'll see improvements over time. But this is really just, when you think about working with thousands of games across 25 years of Xbox, very similar to how we brought the original Xbox games to PC. We're just really focused on giving you more flexibility and giving you more ways to play the games that you've bought from Xbox over many years.
Awesome. Sounds like a lot of ways to play. And with this new feature, nothing's being taken away here, right?
No, not at all. Your physical discs continue to work as they always have. You can display them with your collector's editions and just celebrate your collection. And it's really about adding more flexibility and providing more choice for you as a player.
I mean, I love that. You mentioned having a collection that spans loads of years. I know for sure I've got a game or quite a few that I would never ever want to get rid of. And as we approach Xbox's 25th anniversary, what are you hoping that players take away from this?
Yeah, for 25 years, players have invested in Xbox, and the players have really been what have made Xbox special. And so we're really focused on how do we honor that as we think about the next 25 years of Xbox. And so we just really view this as another step in making sure that your library is protected. It can move forward with you as technologies and formats change. And we're going to continue to invest in game preservation and adding new capabilities just to make sure that your library continues to get better as technology evolves.
Oh my gosh, sounds awesome, and also very exciting as well. Well, Jason, thank you so much for joining us and sharing that with us today. And for Xbox Insiders, this feature begins rolling out next week on August 31st, with more details available on Xbox Wire. Coming up, it's the first emergence of the Horde as we catch up on the latest from Gears of War E-Day with the team from the Coalition. But first, it's time to sharpen your swords and brush up on your knowledge of ancient China. Where Winds Meet, an open-world action RPG, is sporting a new expansion, sure to delight fans everywhere, so take a look.
The black gold is in there.
Let's go. At last, I've got you.
It seems those fools let you slip away. Last time you had a drunk. This time a cripple.
Last time, you ambushed us. We were outnumbered. Today, we set the trap. Knowing that the Lodestar Swordmaster wanted the black gold, how could I not be ready? Ever since that day, my only goal has been to find you. To kill you myself!
After all this time, you've still learned nothing. Serving yourself up like this, what a tragic waste of poor Han's sacrifice. Skyward City is moving. Artificers, what do you want?
Huh?
I see now. That old rat played me. Used me as a pawn.
You won't get away!
If we take flight, the Black Gold will destroy the city.
Gears of War fans have been eagerly anticipating Gears of War E-Day since it was announced in 2024. And here to chat a little bit about everything they've got going on at Gamescom this week, from the Coalition, please welcome Studio Creative Director Matt Searcy and Studio Art Director Arian Hambeck. Guys, welcome. Thanks for coming and joining us.
Thank you. Our pleasure.
Now, you obviously had Opening Night Live last night, had an incredible story trailer. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, that story trailer, obviously, when we craft trailers, it's a bit of a love letter to the game, to the fans. And with that story trailer, we really wanted to show off some new elements from the campaign we haven't been able to share yet. Obviously, Vrak at the beginning. But also, our story is about, the origin story of Dom and Marcus from Bravo Squad. But there's so many more characters in our story, and they all have character arcs as well. So we got to show a bunch of people that are there fighting alongside you in E-Day.
Yeah. Now, you mentioned Vrak, right? Can you tell us a little bit about him? Because he looks mean.
Yeah, he definitely is, yeah. So Vrak is a Locust commander, in the Locust army. If you look closely, you can see that he's got a lot of shit going on his face. He's missing an eye, he's got burns on his arm. So all that happened during the Lambent Wars. So he's seasoned. He has kind of a private army that follows him around called the Scorched Legion.
Yeah.
So they're, into self-mutilation. There's lots of really dark, kind of nasty stuff that they do to themselves and to the citizens of Sarah. And I think overall, Vrak just represents, he's like the personification of the brutality and the actions that they do. They just want to kill everything they see, including the squad.
Yeah, he, honestly, when he was just pouring that emulsion over people, I'm just there like, that's horrible.
Yeah.
But also, some of the weaponry and stuff that comes from that squad looks so fun to use.
Absolutely, yeah.
Now, campaign is a huge focus here at Gamescom. We've got it on the booth over here. Can you tell us a little bit about what people are going to be able to play when they come and play on the booth?
Yeah, for sure. So we have a little bit of our beginning of Act 2. So it kind of starts the morning after E-Day. The squad has just come together, armored up, and they get sent on their first mission. So we get to play a bit of that. It's got this classical kind of Gears. You're supporting another squad, going toe-to-toe with the Locust. And it's actually a subsection of the campaign preview that we just got to see get released online. A bunch of video and press coverage of that came out, which is a little bit larger. That goes a little bit past what we've got on the show floor, but everybody here gets to get their hands on it. They get to hang out with the squad and some fun new characters as well.
I actually had a lot of fun this morning watching people like Shadows and Hollow who were playing early. I was like, it looks so good. But all through the background of this mission, we can see a lot of the kind of details of the city of Cologne. Can you tell us a bit about what people are going to be able to see around the world to kind of really help build that environment?
Yeah, absolutely. So for the first time ever, you're playing a Gears game in a city that is alive.
Yeah.
Every other game has been destroyed. Everything's been destroyed. So that provides some really interesting opportunities and challenges. We really need to think about what was happening in the place when this event happened and life just got suspended, in one shot. So I think fans, when they play the game, they're going to be able to... there's lots of storytelling, from something simple as a piece of paper on the ground, what's written on it, to there's a meal that someone was eating when the Locust came out of the ground,
to more complex set pieces where there's a bunch of dead bodies and maybe they got dragged somewhere. So I think, it does pay to slow down just a little bit while you're playing the game and look around and just really take in all the detail that we've really loved putting into the game.
You can also see in shots like that where you get glimpses of this whole city, which we built. We built the whole city, which is really cool. And there's this battle going on everywhere, right? So you see helicopters go by, you crisscross with other squads, which is what's happening in this mission. Just this kind of vibe that there's always a battle sort of raging across the city and you're just weaving your way through it.
Yeah.
I think also one of the things we do have to touch on, and you'll see this throughout the gameplay you're watching, it's like the destructible environment. It looks incredible.
Yeah, for sure. Gears has always had destructible cover in it. We've taken it to a few different steps here. You see some larger buildings come down at different moments in the game, just to make you constantly realize that not only is the immediate area around you, having a battle in it, but the entire city. Whether it's a block away, you can hear gunfire, you see a building come down, you see a little block of a street go down. It's all happening live as you play the game.
Now, everything we're watching right now is single player, but Gears fans always want to know about co-op.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, of course. So co-op is near and dear to our hearts. I think it's one of the unique things that Gears has sort of woven into every part of it. Our story is about squads overcoming the odds together. We've got modes like Horde Siege that are about multiple squads of 4 coming together. Of course, we've got PvP, which is 4v4. So campaign's got 4-player online co-op, amazing. 2-player split screen on console. All 4 players in the squad are playable, all 4 characters. And I think it's one of those games that it plays great on its own, but it just sort of comes to life when you're there with a friend, your ride or die buddy like Marcus and Dom. A lot of our mechanics sort of come to life a little bit more in terms of our enemies, obviously DB&O and a bunch of other stuff. It's a great experience.
Yeah, you see it a few times, like if you get downs, like Dom coming to save you and stuff like that.
Yeah, different kinds of it, right? We have the rusher enemy that'll pin you, and he'll be on top of you so your buddy can come and stab him in the neck, or if you're playing with someone real, they can shoot him from far away. There's all sorts of examples like that.
Yeah, I'm so excited to hop on with the rest of the Xbox One team. There's all 4 of us kind of flying our way through. It's going to be a lot of fun. But one of the other things in what I really like about Gears is there are multiple ways that you can approach scenarios. Like this is a bit more of a linear mission that you've said in the past, but what ways are people going to be able to approach different situations they're going to come across?
Yeah, so this is definitely a little bit more of a linear mission, but even within this mission on this bridge, we've added a bunch of verticality to the game. It opens new flanking routes, you can climb up cars and trucks. And then this mission specifically, the beginning of Act 2, is sort of leads into this other part of Act 2 on the other side of the stadium that you catch a glimpse of in our campaign preview, where the world opens up a little bit. We give you access to multiple city blocks. There's a bunch of battles, like I said, going on different corners. You're always on your main objective. And we also add some new mechanics to the campaign. So we have our weapon mod system that people got to see in Horde Siege, and that actually gets introduced as you play through the campaign. You get to find new mods and craft your own weapons and really invest in the gameplay sandbox.
Yeah, now this is actually something I got really excited about when I was watching through the gameplay earlier as well, is what kind of mods are people going to be able to get their hands on, and how is that going to impact the weapons that they're using?
Well, it's a variety of mods, and some of them do little tweaks to the weapons. They change the clip size or your range, so you can just tweak it to your preference, but some of them are full-on attachments, you can take a Gnasher and slap a bayonet on it.
Yeah, so it's been really fun exploring, when you use an attachment. Some of them have visual representations on the gun, some of them don't, but you end up seeing people with different attachments. The guns can take a little bit more personality, and you start to understand how people like to play and what they like to do with their guns.
Yeah, I also like it goes for the gear as well, isn't there?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And how are people going to be able to find those kind of mods to upgrade their equipment?
In the campaign, that's where the open sections really sort of come to life. There's a variety of ways you can get it. It pays to explore this game. Arian was talking about there's a ton of environmental storytelling, but we've also hidden stuff around the world, collectibles, mods. We also have side objectives in some of our campaign missions where you can stop to help somebody optionally, another set of gears, some people that are trapped, and you get rewards for those as well. So it's really up to you. If you want to mainline it and do the main objectives, that's cool. You'll find some mods. If you want to fully explore the game, you'll find even more narrative tidbits.
I'm really excited for that because you can just spend that extra time discovering the world if you want to.
There's good surprises out there.
I'm looking forward to finding them. Now, we've just had our first look at the Boomer, and he is way bigger than people may be used to.
Yeah, he's massive. There's actually a Boomer on the show floor here that people are taking pictures with, and you stand next to him. So in the game, the Boomer's 9 feet tall. This is quite a bit bigger than the Boomer's traditionally been in Gears. This goes back to this idea where we wanted to take the things people remember and amplify them a little bit.
Yeah.
And then it also introduces fun ways for him to enter the battlefield. There you can see he breaks through this big truck, this tanker trailer that causes a bunch of fire and explosion. But he also doesn't fit through doorways. So if he's coming through a traditional door, he has to bust his way through.
Oh my!
So that just makes it a little more exciting when he makes an entrance.
Yeah, you're like, oh, I'm fine. He's 9 foot. He can't get through here, and he just smashes it through.
Yeah.
No, I've got to say his weapon as well, because we all know the boom shot.
Yeah.
Right. This is like even bigger.
It's a bigger boom shot. Yeah. Like the Locust, when we were going back and looking at revisiting old weapons, we always wanted to see if there was something else we could do. So we've got like the prototype Lancer. We've got the heavy boom shot. Means you're really committing to carrying a rocket launcher around instead of just something in your back. It's also opened up opportunities for us to add new weapons like the gut puncher, the cog grenade launcher.
Yep.
It's like a little more skill use than the boom shot. You could time where your grenades go. So everything kind of found a new place. And we got to make some cool variations of weapons people have seen before.
I love the breach shot as well. I think that's like
fan favorite.
It's one of my favorite guns.
It's such a
super
fun
satisfying.
And the active reloads is popping up on screen there. I just wanted to go through a couple of things because there's two features, right? One, it's in a different place than some fans may know, but also bullets are appearing a little bit earlier.
Yeah, we put the active reload down in the center screen. We found through our testing that, for a lot of people, some returning fans, especially new fans, they just use it way more. If you're an old fan and you like it up and where it was, and that's your muscle memory, 100%, there's a setting for that. But for some guns, we also have this per shell reload mechanic, like on the breach shot, the Gnasher. It's really cool because you can still get your active if you go all the way and you wait for it. But if you need that extra shot to get out of a clutch situation, there's a wretch in your face, or in PvP, a person right up on you, you can pop a load right into them as they come at you.
Yeah, so it's just like a nice way you can kind of change based on the scenario you find yourself in.
Yeah.
And talking about scenarios you find yourself in, as we've been going through this level, you've kind of been walking into areas and there are like tons of kind of clues about things we may have missed or have happened in those areas before. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
So one of the main things that we try to impart is the brutality of this day. Emergence Day, 2/3 of the planet gets wiped out in one night. So if you kind of pay attention to the corpses a little bit, you'll see little storytelling things. The blood trails sometimes give you a glimpse of what has happened, the pose they're in. So there's a lot hidden in there to check out.
No, I honestly, I'm so excited. A big thank you as well for you guys coming and joining us and taking us through Gears of War E-Day. What's one thing that you're most excited for fans, right, to see with Gears of War E-Day?
We shared a little bit each time here. I'm really excited for people to experience this story. I think this is one of a great Gears story. It's all the classic vibes and some great new characters and some really emotional Gears moments tied in with all the brutality. I think people are going to love it.
Yeah, honestly, thank you both for coming and joining us. I really, really appreciate that.
Thank you.
And now, we are going to head over to Henry for more on Gears of War E-Day. The Gears of War E-Day experience that people have access to here on the Xbox booth.
Well, welcome to the Gears of War E-Day here at Gamescom, where I've actually got artist Luke Priest with me to discuss the incredible eye candy is on display behind us. And thanks so much for joining us, Luke.
Thanks for having me, man.
Welcome to Gamescom. It's your first time here as well, isn't it?
It is, yeah, it's really cool.
It's a pretty special way to kick things off then, with
Yeah, definitely.
Why don't you tell people at home what it is that you do?
Yeah, so I'm an illustrator. I'm based in the United Kingdom. I've been working with the Coalition for many years now on all things Gears of War. Obviously, more recently, E-Day. That's kind of what I do.
And this project in particular is pretty special. So
Yes.
let's talk a bit about that, because I can see that we've also got Gibson involved.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that's pretty cool. Talk to us a bit about this partnership.
Yeah, so we partnered with Gibson Guitars. They're amazing people at Gibson. And they sent us like these guitars. Well, they turned up and they were like from the factory, so they didn't have the art on, and then my job was
Wow.
to paint this artwork onto the guitars. So.
And if you don't know at home, these are particularly tasty guitars that Gibson have sent you, because we've got the SG over here, the Les Paul. These are like iconic guitar silhouettes.
Very iconic, yeah.
Amazing. Can you tell us a bit then about the design? So what inspired you to really lay down this artwork on top of these guitars?
So what we wanted to do, we wanted to tap into the pillars in Gears, so the core pillars. So obviously with the Marcus guitar, we tapped into brutality. So that's like, feels quite violent and kind of visceral and like almost like, very kind of, like we tried to kind of cater it to the shape of the guitar as well. So like you can see like the blood splatter kind of flows across the guitar. You've got the kind of spinning
that saw blade just fits right in.
And the cog, obviously, which ties it to Gears. And then we've got the skull, which is kind of like shattered, so that adds that kind of violent, brutal feel. And then, obviously, moving over to the SG, we've got, this is like leaning into Dom. So this is tapping into the kind of pathos pillar.
Okay.
Which is like sort of more like kind of sad vibes and... so it's just like, and then we've got the angel wings, which is like the nod to kind of like the kind of Maria tattoo, and then that kind of flows to the shape of the SG.
Yeah, it really like fits and forms into the horns there, which is such a nice detail. I mean, how long was this project end to end?
Each guitar probably took about 40 hours from start to finish, so everything's obviously hand painted. In my studio at home. And honestly, like, it was just such an honor to work on this stuff. Like Gibson, like super iconic. I play guitar myself. I do a lot of work in the music industry as well anyway, so it like just ties in really nicely with that. So
nice. Amazing.
So yeah.
But beyond the guitars themselves, and we'll get to the controller in a sec, I do want to tell people it's not just for show, because you can actually get your hands on either one of these amazing guitars if you head over to the Gibson Instagram page and you check out their announced post for more details on how you could potentially win one of these. And people here can also scan the QR code if you come down to the Xbox booth if you want to learn how to win one of these incredible, just beautiful pieces. You have brought something else along for us, because there is something else going on in the middle there. So what? Oh, you've got another one.
Yeah, nice. So yes. This is a controller that I worked on. So I worked with the Xbox Design Lab on this. This is fully customizable as well.
Sick.
So you can like switch out the buttons and the sticks and stuff and make it your own. And this is tapping again into the brutality pillar.
Yeah, I'm getting that brutality vibe
so it's
straight
the vibe,
away.
And it's just try to make it feel super iconic and just have that. There's like the lanterns in there, the skulls. It feels really violent and
absolutely.
Yeah, it just taps into that kind of that vibe. So yeah,
mate, I think you absolutely killed it with these designs.
Thanks, man.
So thanks so much for showing us.
Thanks so much.
And talking us through it as well. If you want to get your hands on your own one of the E-Day limited edition Xbox Design Lab controllers, you can grab those beginning September 30th. So check out xbox.com for more information on that. I will definitely be doing that. Thank you, Luke. I hope you have a great Gamescom. But there's quite a lot going on here, so we're going to have to pop off and see what else we've got going. So
thank you.
Come along with me, because the rest of the booth over here that we've got, this entire segment, you can see loads of people queuing up right now to go and actually play Gears of War E-Day. So E-Day has officially landed here in Cologne. This is particularly cool. We've got a custom PC built in partnership with NVIDIA GeForce RTX. We've got the nice COG logo there on the cooler. I mean, it just looks unreal. So if you're in town, come and check everything out. And then what you're going to want to see, Benny was not kidding when he said the boomers are huge, but besides the boomers, we've got a couple of other buddies that we want to be talking to, because joining me in front of this incredible statue and one of the many photo ops that we have on the Xbox booth is Senior Product Manager at the Coalition, Noah Benish, and GeForce Evangelist, Jacob from NVIDIA, to chat with us about Gears on PC. So, hello guys.
How's it going,
welcome to
Andy?
Gamescom. Is this your first Gamescom, or are you veterans at this point?
Second Gamescom for me.
Second?
For me, I don't know, probably third or fourth, maybe.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe
and
more.
Who's the guy you brought with us as well? Is he going to say anything?
He can say something.
You're kidding.
He can say something. Would you like him to?
We could do that, yeah, definitely.
Yeah?
Okay, yeah. We'll get to that in a
Okay.
sec. Now, we should talk shop, though, because Gears on PC is... Oh, someone's getting in. That's cool.
That thing's really awesome.
That is. I would
Can
love
I
to be
take
able
that
to,
home?
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think it will fit.
I don't think it'll fit in your carry-on.
Yeah, we'll make it
don't
work.
either,
But yeah, tell me a little bit then about Gears on PC, because everyone here is checking out the game.
Absolutely.
We have Xbox players who are really excited. It's another console exclusive, but on PC, we've got some pretty cool features to talk about. So what exactly have you been working on that is exciting for PC players?
Well, Henry, I think broadly the most important thing to know is that Gears of War E-Day is a game that is for PC players, built by PC players. So for us at the Coalition, at a bare minimum, that means supporting all the features you'd expect from a title like this, such as 32x9 and 21x9 ultra-wide support, including 21x9 cinematics in the campaign,
Oh, nice.
extensive mouse and keyboard rebinding options, variable refresh rate, uncapped frames, and so much more that's hard to list off and mention here.
Yeah.
But beyond those sort of baseline features, we wanted to take the experience a little bit further for our PC players with advanced graphics technologies. And that's why last night we were so excited to announce that in partnership with NVIDIA, we've integrated deeply Mega Geometry into our game.
Mega Geometry. Okay,
Yes.
so I'm going to need you to run through what exactly we're talking about with that.
Yeah, RTX Mega Geometry. I am super excited about RTX Mega Geometry. So Gears of War E-Day supports nanite, so you'll get really detailed environments, objects, and with RTX Mega Geometry, we can actually add ray tracing on all of the nanite geometry. So you'll get much better looking reflections, shadows, and I mean, it's just going to be way more immersive. You get 50 to 100 times the geometric detail with RTX Mega Geometry enabled. It's pretty amazing.
That is intense. So, just to break it down, you've got geometry, shapes, Mega, pretty freaking sick.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Everyone's on board now. Great. Well, thank you so much for chatting to me, guys, about everything here. Of course, that's not just what's going on here, because in the actual play area, people can check that out too, right?
Absolutely. I mean, better than talking about these features is experiencing them for yourself. So you and everyone else here at Gamescom can enjoy our first public hands-on of Campaign inside the booth behind me. We've got 20 stations, all of them PCs,
Sick.
all powered by the GeForce RTX 5080 that have been built by our friends at Alternate. So if you're here at Gamescom, please come check out the Campaign.
Yeah, you know what to do now, guys. Yeah, thank you so much, guys. I'm probably going to head in there shortly after
All
this.
right, we can go get with the line.
It's a bit of a big queue, though.
Yeah,
but
I might go in.
I know a guy.
Yeah. Oh, thanks. Nice. All right. Well, for a deeper look at that technology that is powering E-Day on PC, why don't you check out this exclusive behind-the-scenes Vidoc from the Coalition and NVIDIA. Check it out.
Gears of War E-Day is the next game in the Gears of War franchise. It's the story of Emergence Day. It's going back to the beginning, when the Locusts first come out of the ground and start attacking.
It is also a game that has been built from the ground up on Unreal Engine 5 with all new art and all new systems to push visual fidelity to a level we've never achieved before.
Gears of War is probably best known as an Xbox franchise, but the PC has always been a very important platform that we're using to bring the most we possibly can to the game.
The PC community is incredibly important to us. I, myself, am a PC gamer. I've been making PC games for my entire career, and we've built this game with a PC mindset.
We're trying to push a lot of technology, high detail geometry, heavily using nanite and lumen. We're going to be one of the first titles to use mega lights.
Gears of War supports hardware, ray trace, lighting, shadows, and reflections. This shows up in so many different ways. A great example is our pay and save. This is an environment that has TVs that have dynamic lighting coming off them and bouncing off the scene.
There's a lot of dynamic elements to the game. I think one of my favorite things is tickers, watching them run through the level. You have this little glowing creature casting dynamic shadows all over the world, casting real-time global illumination, but don't watch them too long, they'll blow up on you.
It's really noticeable on the muzzle flashes on our guns as you get this burst of flashing light and all the shadows that get cast off it. And we can have dynamic lights that sort of flicker. You can build this sense of tension and use lighting as a tool for visual storytelling and gameplay that we haven't been able to do before.
Real-time reflections is something that's very cool for us. We have some really cool elements in the game that are nice and shiny.
As you shoot glass and see real-time ray-traced reflections and translucency, all of that is dynamic in real time, which of course you wouldn't have with traditional baked lighting techniques.
All in all, ray trace lighting brings the dark, gritty vibe that we want to life in the game and really adds a level of realism and cohesiveness that's never been possible for us before.
And on our ultra spec or our ludicrous spec PC settings, we push ray tracing even farther with higher ray trace samples, more rays, but also RTX mega geometry.
We're going to be the first Unreal Engine title to show RTX mega geometry in our game. This is really exciting because we're a very nanite-heavy title, but there's always been a bit of a discrepancy between what's available for us to happen at raster and what's available for us to happen when we're ray tracing. Mega geometry allows us to use the same level of detail that we're using for nanite as our ray tracing basis.
It pushes the visual ray trace scene to a higher level than we can achieve with Unreal Engine's technologies out of the box. You see some of the examples of foliage or shadow detail that is just crisper and has more fine detail in that shadow.
You definitely get a lot more detail in a lot of the rock surfaces. They look just a lot sharper and a lot more correct. And as well, things like barbed wire, things that were just not possible to represent with the amount of triangles that we had available to us, all of a sudden look really nice.
Our environments are incredibly dense. We have 100 times the geometric detail in our game than anywhere else. And being able to work with NVIDIA and bring mega geometry to this game really is going to show what games are going to look like in the future.
DLSS and other super sampling techniques really allow us as a developer to perform more advanced graphics techniques that just wouldn't be possible to do if we were working at full resolution. It's something that allows you to take a lower res image and then using machine learning is able to upsample that to a larger image without really sacrificing the quality.
We also support dynamic multi-frame generation, allowing you to push to the highest frame rates possible. And it's so important that we tie this with Reflex. Reflex lowers latency and improves the responsiveness of our game.
It's something we think is very important, especially in a multiplayer environment. We're a very competitive game. You want to make sure that you have your enemy in focus and your reticle over them at all times. We want a nice, smooth frame rate, and we want that ultra-responsive input latency. Customization is a huge part of why I play games on PC, and it's part of what we wanted to make sure we're delivering for E-Day players. If they care about HDR, if they care about frame rate versus resolution, we want all of that choice available for players.
I'm an ultra-wide player. I have really pushed the team to make sure that we are showing up strongly there. We have full support for native 21:9, gameplay up to 32:9, and all of our cinematics are also real-time and are rendered in ultra-wide.
Our benchmark is something that's very important to us. It was something that has always been used by reviewers for years after we ship, and it's something we hope will be that way again. This is a very technically ambitious title, and I think we're going to push hardware for years to come.
We've always built our games to showcase the latest technology and push what is possible in gaming. And working with NVIDIA, who share the same philosophy with us, we've been able to bring features like ray traced lighting, RTX mega geometry, DLSS, Reflex. For players, this means delivering an experience that feels like they're playing a movie with the real-time performance that you expect in a high-end game.
Welcome back. All suit systems are nominal. Atmospheric interference is causing data transmission issues. Proceed with mission.
Alert. Power output unstable.
I love it when the title of a game so purely matches the gameplay, and here to break down what we just saw and give us an exclusive first look at what fans can expect in-game for Alien Deathstorm, please welcome Rebellion's head of design, Ben Fisher. Welcome.
Hiya, how's it going?
Ben, it's so good to see you. I mean, it feels like only yesterday we were hanging out at the pub, chatting Atomfall, and it seems that you and the team have been pretty busy since then as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's great to work on a load of different games at once, but we learned some cool stuff from Atomfall about sandbox freedom and giving the player non-traditional ways of doing objectives. We've fed that straight into Alien Death Star.
Ooh, I love that. Now, on that topic, Atomfall, congratulations. It's been a huge success for you guys at Rebellion. I hear it has a lot to do with maybe Benny and I's characters' face scans in the game, but you know,
I reckon so, yeah.
We won't take too much credit here. You mentioned there about applying that into Alien Deathstorm. Can you break that down a little bit? What from the project have you brought over? What design elements can we look forward to?
So the main thing is that for all Rebellion games, we value giving the player a clear objective and then sandbox freedom and how to achieve it. Sort of systemic game design, that sort of thing. We don't usually choreograph specific gameplay experiences, but build a possibility space for the player to take control. So exactly that same stuff has come across to Alien Deathstorm. The new challenge for us has been combining that with horror gameplay, because horror gameplay is normally quite handcrafted, but I think we found a secret formula that really makes it happen procedurally. It's very exciting.
Secret sauce, very exciting. Nice.
No, I'm really excited to see it, so should we get started?
Wait a minute.
No.
Right, now I'm ready.
What the heck is that?
You'll find out very soon.
little bit hint in the trailer, but should we hop into and check some gameplay out as well?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Oh, hold on. It will come up. Ah, here we go. Now, this is the Megastorm in full swing. What are we doing here?
So you play as an engineer who's been called into an off-world colony. The colony's gone dark, there's no signals coming from it. You think you're there to do a repair job to help sort the colony out, and as you explore, you discover that people have gone missing, the situation's getting worse, you're trapped there, and it's a desperate fight for survival. Now, the game balances, like I said, the combat intensity of like a sort of horror shooter with investigation and discovery. So you're, as an engineer, you're kind of exploring the situation, finding out what's happening, and as you do so, the storm is tearing the place apart. So you're fighting to survive at the same time.
Nice. Can you break that down a little bit further? The engineer's role, that's a pretty specific choice there. How does that come into play with gameplay?
Well, we wanted to give you a framing that meant that you felt like a sort of an everyman doing your best to survive. So you arrive there with a load of tools, including this giant sort of hammer here, you know, to do a bit of percussive maintenance to try and get the place up and running. So instead of doing traditional objectives where you're told exactly what to do, instead we've got a system that we call Squire that you use to kind of diagnose the situation and figure out what's going wrong. So what we can see here is the player exploring around, testing out the locations, trying to see what's happening and trying to piece together in their head how to tackle the situation in front of them. So this is a nuclear reactor that's in the early stages of meltdown, and they're going to try and diagnose what's wrong and try and fix it. So the player has to be observant, they have to engage with the environment, piece together clues that kind of frame them as a detective figuring out how to solve this stuff.
Very interesting.
That just scared me. I was not expecting the ceiling to collapse.
Well, good.
But I was just having a look at the HUD, right? And stuff is popping up on the HUD all the time. Can you tell us a bit about that and what players can see on the screen?
Sure. Well, we want to give you lots of anticipation before a fight kicks off, because as you're exploring, you know, you're making a load of noise, you're causing a load of mischief, and that's going to attract some attention.
Yeah.
So there's a tracker at the bottom of the screen that gives you pings of nearby movement. It'll get scrambled by radiation and things like that. So it's like a multi-purpose tool to help them explore and understand the situation. So combined with Squire as a way of doing objectives, it makes you feel like you're there to do a job and you've got to piece together and survive.
And who's the voice that we keep hearing as well?
Yeah, that's Squire. That's giving you little clues of what to do and how to explore, but never directly tells you exactly what to do. It's kind of like having Clippy in your pocket. You know?
I'm a big fan of the naming Squire. That's very fitting. How many iterations did you guys have to go through for that name?
Well, we always like to give things a kind of uniquely British twist or uniquely British flavour to it, and it feels like a nice little friendly friend in your pocket kind of thing. So it seemed like a natural fit.
Squire.
Exactly that, yeah.
Awesome. Now, in the footage as well, I can hear some of the music making that tension a bit more buildable, and you mentioned some horror scenarios too. How can fans of horror games expect Alien Deathstorm to fit into their spooks and scares like Benny did with from Rebellion?
Well, I think this is one of the most exciting parts of the game because the jump scare that got you there might not happen for another player.
Oh.
It's all tuned around the player's exploration, the player's experiences. So, as you're making a lot of noise and you're exploring, you might be attracting unwanted attention. You get a nice long bit of anticipation before the horrors turn up. But the fights and the encounters will be different for every single player.
So it doesn't matter how many times you've gone through it before, you might never be prepared for what's about to happen.
Exactly that.
That's class. Now, looking at the objective as well, right? Right now, we're trying to repair and restore power to the reactor, right? What else is around here? What other kind of resource or enemies are we keeping an eye out for? Because in the trailer we saw a lot, and right on cue.
Yeah. So the player here has been poking around, attracting attention, and that's spawned some enemies because they heard the sound and they came to take out the player. Yeah. So there's a balance, there's a tension between scavenging for resources and trying to understand the situation, but you're going to be attracting attention to yourself, so that the fight might get worse.
Is that risk versus reward all the time? You're like, actually, do I have enough, or should I just go straight for the objective?
Exactly that. Yeah.
We saw a couple of different scary looking guys there as well. Have they got different names? What kind of different enemy types can we expect?
Yeah, so there is a range of aliens throughout the game. In this demo here, you'll see scuttlers there, you'll see other ones called soldiers, but there's a load more that sort of unlock over the course of the game. But as devs, we don't even know exactly what aliens will be and what encounters, because it's all procedural and dynamic.
Wow, that's very exciting.
And to defeat these aliens, right, we're gonna need weapons, just like what you've got on the desk. What weapons are players going to have in Alien Deathstorm?
Yeah, so there's a good range of weapons. You'll only see, I think, 3 of them in this demo. And they're all very kind of grounded, real-world weapons, because we felt like that kind of that suit the tone, that kind of gritty, grounded sci-fi environment. So you'll see an SMG here, the shotgun, a pistol that's always got ammo. And you can upgrade and tailor the weapons to your personal playstyle. So as you explore, you might find things like a holographic sight to help you aim the gun, and you might choose that's your playstyle, you might prefer it.
How does that actually work for weapons, the upgrade system in Alien Deathstorm?
There's workbenches found throughout the game, and you sort of collect crafting materials as well, and blueprints for the various parts.
Very good. Very fun. Do you have a favourite weapon that you want to talk about so far?
I always love a shotgun.
Nice.
Shotgun.
Can't go wrong there.
So let's hop back into the world a bit, because Rebellion games have always had a great reputation for exploration, discovering and looking around for new attachments. How does Alien Deathstorm encourage players to venture off the beaten path, especially if you're going to be potentially running into more aliens for doing so?
Yeah, well, we strongly believe in player freedom, and part of the fun of it is finding your route through the environment and choosing how to engage with it. So there is that risk reward, that balance of trying to find those resources and survive, but watching out for threats. So one of the ways that we tackle that is we try and make each environment you explore have a kind of internal logic to it. So this is like a space reactor, and I don't know about you, but I've never been to a space reactor myself. But we try and make sure it's got a kind of clear signposting, clear exploration, so that you can either explore everywhere for resources, or you can sort of get a quick understanding of how you're supposed to explore. But we leave it completely up to the player.
I always love going on exploring, because it's like on Atom Force. I spent so long trying to search for Morris's hairline, which is just, my character was made bald as bald can be.
I don't know, it's pretty accurate. Sorry, that was harsh. I mean, we've got aliens, we've got nice alien guts to look forward to as well, but what other challenges, like that one, can our players look forward to?
That was class. Yeah, all the best games have got a white visor, but right. So you saw that there, but also if you're out in the storm getting pelted by the elements, you might have to wipe to be able to see what you're doing as well, which can lead to some really tense, exciting gunfights where you're trying to juggle visibility while shooting the aliens and trying to survive. So it's all about that kind of immersive, gritty, make you feel like you're really in the suit.
Yeah. That was something about Atomfall that we really enjoyed, is collecting just everyday items that really grounds maybe the players, or especially for me, it feels like that. So having to deal with a lot of nuisance you wouldn't normally in real life or in video games is nice touch. Very good, Ben.
It's also very helpful for putting together a cool trailer as well. It's the perfect transition.
Yeah, nice swipe transition.
Now, Now, we've said this a few times as well, like, as we're getting into these fights and the weapons that we're using, what else helps make each encounter unique that you're running into? Because you've said a few times that you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, so behind the scenes, as well as the player kind of making a load of noise and exploring, we can fine-tune to encourage encounters in certain situations, to kind of build set pieces a little bit. You know, there's a balance between dynamic and making sure that you'll have those high points. But we absolutely don't know with each time what encounter you're going to hit. All of the spaces are designed so that no matter what kind of encounter you get in them, it's going to be an interesting fight. And as you blend different kinds of aliens at once, your strategy has to become much more complicated.
I bet that must be quite a challenge when there are a variety of them around like this, swapping weapons or tactics, etc.
Yeah, so a lot of the fun in the game comes from splitting the player's attention between trying to solve the puzzle of the environment and then having to deal with unpredictable aliens coming from every direction.
Can we get into a little bit as well, like some of the equipment that you have access to? Because we just did a stim there as well.
Yeah, so in this trailer here, you'll see stims and grenades as a couple of additional pieces of equipment you've got. There are more to come in the full game. You can also throw flares to light up the environment ahead of you.
Nice. And like, kind of, what are kind of the... So right now, as we're kind of making our way through the level, what else should players be looking out for?
Well, at this exact point in time, looking out for the alien that's jumping at the head.
Okay, we've made it to the reactor as well, is that right? Very cool.
So you never quite know when the fight's going to cool down, or if it's going to bloom back up and you're going to have to encounter more aliens, so you've really got to keep your wits about you. And in this space here, you can see that the tracker has, the scanner is noisy.
Yeah.
You know, so because you're near a reactor, it's messing with your equipment, so you lose a little bit of health.
Yeah.
So you're going to be unaware, like, exactly where aliens are going to be coming from. Also, with these big fights kicking off, what are some of the like most effective like tactics that players could like kind of use to get those situations? Because you obviously want to kind of thin the horde down at times, so you can then go back to like exploring the area.
Yeah. So a lot of the time, like this encounter here, you can see that there's a fight has kicked off in this space, but the player can still do a runner if they choose to. So you've always got the opportunity to like reposition and choose a best place to defend yourself, and you hear the aliens coming with a lot of notice before they actually arrive, before they start climbing down the walls and piling out of the air vents. So you've got lots of time to choose a spot that you think's defensible. Doesn't always work.
That's very smart.
Oh.
Well, that looked pretty busy there. With lots of enemies swarming us at once. You mentioned some tactics, but I don't know if I would maybe be up to it on my own. Would it be okay to ask Benny to give me a hand finishing those aliens off? Or
well, one of the great things about all of the fights being dynamic is that if you play through with another player, you'll get a completely different experience again.
Yeah, just Bex to just be making loads of noise, like attracting all the aliens, and then I'd be having to clean up. It's a disaster.
That's crazy. Egregious. We'll see how that goes, I bet.
It'll happen on stream.
Ben, thank you so much for sharing that with us. It was always a pleasure as well.
Yeah, and remember, Alien Deathstorm drops spring 2027 as well for players.
Lots to look forward to. Yeah. Well, enjoy Gamescom, Ben. And for us here, this year marks 25 years of Xbox. And for many of us who have been playing since the beginning, it's a special moment. For me personally, my first ever console was the OG Xbox that I got for Christmas. Back in 2003, I had Kung Fu Chaos, Project Gotham Racing, and Rayman 3. But playing Xbox games has actually helped me cultivate a whole bunch of my interests outside of gaming. The fact I was really obsessed with SSX3, the snowboarding game.
That was class.
So much so that I took up snowboarding in real life. So I'm very happy to be here celebrating 25 years too.
I did that as well and then went face first into a hut. It was a disaster. But as we celebrate the last 25 years, we can also look forward to what is to come. Like the world premieres announced today, Chosen by Odin and Dumpster Gang. Plus, with the biggest games coming to Xbox like Minecraft Dungeons 2, Gears of War E-Day, Fable, EA Sports FC 27, NBA 2K 27, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4, and Grand Theft Auto 6. No matter where or how you game, the best place to play is Xbox.
Now, to a throwback making a comeback, this next game is sure to make fans of Persona 4 smile wide. We've got a brand new story trailer as well as a deeper look at what fans can expect when the revival of this epic franchise drops next year. So take a look.
So, are you getting used to it out here?
There isn't much to do compared to the big city, but there is that certain something you can't get anywhere else.
Bring you more details about the incident in Inaba, a small town shrouded in fog and mystery.
The nicest thing about this town has been the peace and quiet, and now we're gonna be the center of attention.
Police are treating this as part of a serial murder case.
You ever heard of the Midnight Channel? On a rainy night, you look into a TV that's turned off. When the clock strikes 12, someone else will appear on screen.
Really? An urban legend. Not even a kid would believe something that stupid.
The time has come to open thine eyes. Call upon power within.
So... no.
End it! Here! Go!
No! Who are you?
I'm your shadow, and there's nothing about you that I don't know.
I don't believe you. You're not me! Doesn't it seem like that world in the TV has to be related to Senpai and Yamano's deaths?
Are you saying people who appear on the TV die?
Whatever's going on here, we're getting to the bottom of it.
皆さんこんにちは。ペルソナスタジオゼネラルプロデューサーの和田和久です。先ほどご覧いただいたストーリートレーラーではペルソナ4リバイバルの新たな姿をご紹介しました。本作は静かな地方都市を舞台に連続殺人事件とそこで次第に明らかになっていく隠された真実を追い求める物語です。しかしペルソナ4は単に事件の真相を追うだけの作品ではありません。その根底にあるのは人と人とのつながり、自分自身についての真実を見つけていくこと、そしてそうした絆の中で紡がれていく人間ドラマを描いた物語です。
Someone in town is definitely kidnapping people and throwing them into the TV.
これらの対比こそがペルソナ4を特別な作品にしています。明るく青春に満ち、思わず笑みがこぼれるような親しみやすさや人との距離の近さを感じたかと思えば、次の瞬間には不穏な空気に包まれることもあります。稲葉の温かな日常があるからこそ事件の謎はより強く心に迫ります。そしてその事件を取り巻く闇が深いからこそ仲間と過ごす何気ない日々がよりかけがえのないものとして感じられるのです。シリーズ未経験の方にとっても本作はペルソナというシリーズを最も象徴的に体験できる作品の一つです。地方都市で高校生活を送り、人々との出会い、関係を築きながら一日一日をどのように過ごすかを選択していく。そして日常の裏側にはテレビの中に広がるもう一つの世界が存在しています。そこで仲間との絆が力となって、自らを支える大きな武器となります。
Trust me, we know you can push your limits.
日常と非日常を行き来するこの構造はですね、ペルソナシリーズの核となる要素です。そしてペルソナ4ではその体験がさらに深い謎と結びついています。
It's the picture we took the other day with all the other part-timers.
この物語が描いているのは人が心の奥に隠しているもの、目を背け続けているもの、そしていつか隠し続けることのできなくなった真実と向き合う瞬間です。こうしたテーマこそが今なお多くの方々に愛され続けている理由の一つだと思います。ペルソナ4リバイバルの開発を始めるにあたって
私たちが最も大切にしたことの一つは、オリジナル版で多くの方が感じてくれたあの空気感を守ることでした。静かな田舎町稲葉の佇まい、仲間たちとの何気ない会話が紡ぐ穏やかな日常、そして少しずつ真相へ迫っていくミステリーらしい緊張感、そうした要素こそがペルソナ4の核となるものです。だからこそ私たちはその魅力の本質を大切に受け継ぎながら、現代の技術や表現によって当時感じていただいた体験をもう一度味わっていただけるよう、一つ一つ丁寧に再構築しました。同時に本作は単なるリマスターではなく完全なリメイク作品です。リマスターがオリジナルの魅力をそのまま現代に届けるものだとすれば、リメイクはその魅力を受け継ぎながら現代のプレイヤーにふさわしい体験として新たに蘇らせるものと言えるでしょう。私たちが目指したのはペルソナ4ならではの魅力を大切に守りながら、現代のペルソナシリーズが持つ表現力や遊びやすさによって本作を新たに蘇らせることでした。そのため、ゲームプレイそのものも現代のプレイヤーに合わせて進化させています。ユーザーインターフェースの改善やバトルテンポの最適化、ダンジョン探索の快適性向上など、ゲーム全体をよりスムーズで遊びやすいものへと磨き上げました。初めて稲葉を訪れる人にも、久しぶりにこの街へ帰ってくる人にも、自然とこの世界に引っ込まれるような体験をお届けしたいと考えています。またキャラクター表現にも徹底的にこだわりました。ペルソナ4においてドラマチックなシーンだけでなく、仲間たちと過ごす何気ない日常も非常に重要な要素。仲間同士のたわいない会話、少し気まずさを感じるやりとり、そして突然訪れる緊張や恐怖、そうしたさまざまな感情の移り変わりをより自然に、より身近に感じていただけるよう一つ一つ丁寧に表現しています。
Are you sure about this?
I don't know. All we can do is trust our instincts at this point.
さらにカメラワークや演出にも細かな調整を加え、何気ない日常のワンシーンであっても登場人物たちの感情がより豊かに伝わるように磨き上げました。ペルソナ4ならではの温かな人間ドラマを大切にしながら、キャラクターたちをこれまで以上に身近に感じていただける作品へと生まれ変わっています。
You're me, and I'm you. When you get down to it, all of this is me.
ペルソナシリーズにおいて音楽は単なる BGM ではありません。作品の空気感を生み出し、物語を彩り、プレイヤーの皆さんの記憶に残るペルソナを語る上で欠かせない存在です。中でもペルソナ4は音楽も多くの皆さんに愛されてきました。だからこそその魅力を損なうことなく、オリジナル版への敬意を大切にしながらサウンド制作に取り組みました。原作楽曲の魅力を受け継ぎながら、ボーカル曲やバトル曲をはじめ全楽曲を現代の表現に合わせて丁寧にリファインしています。さらに本作のために数多くの新曲も制作しました。懐かしさと新しさ、そのどちらも感じていただけるサウンドをお楽しみいただければと思います。さて、ペルソナ4リバイバルについてご紹介してきましたが、いかがでしたでしょうか。今後さらに多くの情報をお届けできることを我々ペルソナチーム一同楽しみにしています。最後になりますが、本作がペルソナシリーズを初めて遊ぶ方には日常と非日常が交錯するペルソナならではの魅力を余すことなく体験していただけると思っています。そしてすでに稲葉市をよく知っている皆さんにも、知り尽くしていると思ってたこの街にですね、まだまだ新たな発見や驚きが待っていることを感じていただけるはずです。ぜひペルソナ4リバイバルで 霧に隠されたその真実を確かめてみてください。 Who's on air?
Now, there are few games more synonymous with beautiful environments, immersive puzzles, and fluid combat than Tomb Raider. And as someone who has played Tomb Raider Legend, Underworld, Anniversary, the original, etc., so much that I can still recite a bunch of the cutscenes from memory, I am particularly excited to be talking about this next chapter in the legendary franchise. Here with an extended look at the mysteries of Peru in the new Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis, please welcome Crystal Dynamics Experience Director Jeff Adams and Flying Wild Hogs Art Director Arek Tomaszewski. Welcome, guys. How are you? How's your Gamescom going?
Awesome, so far so good.
Yeah,
good.
Fantastic. I couldn't ask for more.
Awesome. I mean, I am so excited, as you can maybe tell, to see what you've got for us today. So set us up, set the scene. What can we look to expect from the gameplay?
So today we're going to be taking a nice in-depth look at Peru. This is Lara when she is on the hunt for the Tomb of Qualopec, and so she has to engage with this iconic location, but it really shows how we are putting reimagining at the forefront to make sure we're preserving familiarity, but at the same time introducing new challenge.
Yeah. Now, Jeff, you literally just said reimagining versus like a remake or remaster. Can you tell me a little bit about what that means to your team as well as for the players?
Absolutely. In a nutshell, reimagining means preserving the things that make those iconic locations recognizable. We want to make sure that we're preserving that core DNA, but we also want to make sure that we're finding new ways to introduce new challenge, new surprise, new delight for our players. And so therefore, if you're a new fan who's never played before, you come in and you just see a really cool game experience. But if you're a fan who's played before, like yourself, we want you to come in and actually have that first play experience all over again.
That sounds great.
Yeah, just to add to on the top of that, like basically what we've got from the original one are a bunch of memories.
Yeah.
So we want to recreate those memories for the new players and just bring more people in and create those new unbelievable stories for them as well.
That sounds so good. Can we dig like a tiny bit deeper into your answers as well?
Sure.
How important, or maybe even how challenging was it to strike that balance between nostalgia as well as new exciting experiences for new players?
It's a delicate balance, and I like to say it's a combination of an exciting opportunity to get a chance to get under the hood and really kind of see what we can do, but it's also an incredible responsibility because we know that there are people that have so many strong memories. Like Lara's become so part of people's personas in a lot of ways that we want to make sure that we're really making sure that those fans are seen, but at the same time we're also giving them a chance to actually experience something new with the character. And so we take it very seriously, and everything we change or everything we modify, we do because we feel like it's basically what the original developers of the game probably were getting at, but they were just constrained by the tools of their time.
That's beautiful. Have you found the same experience, Arek, as well? The design looks incredible.
Yeah, I mean, what we wanted to do, for example, with art, we wanted to bring back the same color palette. So like when you squeeze your eyes, you can see the original game, and just bring this subconscious idea throughout the game. But also we want to keep the key elements from the original one. So we're trying to be, like Jeff said, being super respectful to the OG, but then bring our own flavor to it as well.
Okay. I can't wait to spin my eyes then and look at the game. That's so smart. I never thought about that before. Well, can we take a wee look and see what it's all about then? What you guys have been up to?
We will allow it.
Thank you. And here she is. Oh, such swagger she's got.
Yeah, you see that familiar silhouette come into the light and you just instantly get the hairs on the back of your neck standing up.
I mean, speaking about hairs on your neck, this looks absolutely incredible. Arek, talk to us about, well done, and congratulations to you, the whole team.
It's the team's work, but what we're trying to do is being authentic to the place that we are bringing people in, because basically Lara Croft is archaeologist, so the places she discovers and she explores, they need to be real. So in this example, we dive deep into Incan culture and architecture in Peru, and also the plants and everything, with the idea of bringing back the original feeling. So we've done what we could we've been authentic to the Peruvian culture, but also we bring, it's a game, so we want to make it fun and beautiful.
Yeah, it's really when we dove into it, we're like, okay, the cog puzzle is such an iconic part of that game. I'm going to say iconic a lot because we are dealing with an icon.
Yeah.
So, but let's say they're memorable water cooler moments that people remember so well. But in a modern gaming sense, like we have we have an ability to create a higher believability sense of immersion. And so when we really kind of step back and we look at it for what it is and how we try to make the gameplay feel naturally seated and believable in the world, but just slightly out of place, like why does this exist? It sparks a feeling of curiosity. And curiosity combined with exploration is like what Tomb Raider is at a core. And so we get it on screen and we hopefully make people happy with it.
Yeah, but also when you look on the cog puzzle, we wanted to make a sense why it's there. So we created a whole narration around it. Like we created this culture that has this ceremony of bringing the cogs together to open the gate to Tomb of Qualopec. So it was really fun to just build the whole structures and logic and the whole system, why it would be there and how it worked.
I love that.
Like here's a perfect example of curiosity on display. Like Lara gets a beautiful pencil dive into the water after dislodging the roots.
Stunning. 10 all round, by the way. 10.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, awesome. But along the way, she's like, wait a minute, I see something out of the corner of my eye. The player drives in and they come into this new space. You may have never missed this unless you or you may have never seen it if you had not taken a chance to actually just look around for a beat.
I mean, speaking about looking around, is there maybe particular details that you guys are really proud of or that you want players to really notice in the environment of the game?
From an environmental perspective, for me, was the most important. I want people to immerse in a game, and I don't want to break this immersion, so I wanted to build everything with the logic. So everything, all the mechanisms, all the puzzles, they need to be there for a reason. And me and our team, we really work really hard to make sure that every single puzzle, every single obstacle that Lara meets, it makes sense. So when you dive deep into the environment, into the world that we are playing, it's there because I want to build it, not because the game requires it to.
And we don't want the environment to feel like it's a heritage site. I mean, we're in the wild. This is a lost city, lost to time that we are discovering. And as a result, we have the opportunity to kind of do some storytelling tricks where we can actually say, hey, this is a culture that evolved in isolation for a while. So how do you preserve what we know about Incan culture, but at the same time, give it a uniqueness to say, hey, it's unmistakably Tomb Raider, but it's that way because they just evolved in isolation for a while.
Yeah.
And when you play the game, you're going to find out why.
Yeah.
Sick. And then you can have a lot of fun with the overgrown aesthetic as well as obviously some of the dirt that Lara's picked up as she's traversing through these environments. That's sick.
Yeah, I mean, that's a part of just making sure that the environment feels like you are the person who discovered the first in a very, very long time, because that's what she does. And we want to make sure that that's how it feels as well.
Yeah, and Lara's she's not a delicate flower. She looks good, but she is going to get her hands dirty. She's going to dig in.
Heck yeah.
She's going to go anywhere, and she's going to follow her instincts, similar to how she's doing here. She's like, I need that cog to get that puzzle moving. I found one, but that has opened up the path to somewhere else. So curiosity is driving her. You're going to be along, helping her find that way. And we get into beautiful traversal that makes sure that Lara's physical attributes, her abilities, her athleticism is on full display in these moments.
She's at her peak, right?
She's at her peak.
Yep.
Love that. Now, the puzzles, like you mentioned, they are such an iconic part of Tomb Raider for me as well. There's so many that I remember from Greece, Egypt, all of the levels. Can you go a little bit deeper about how you've evolved them for Legacy of Atlantis?
Similar to what we talked about reimagining, it's about saying, hey, this puzzle as it existed, what was the original intent here? And if that intent is something that we are like, hey, that's a really strong guiding principle, how do we take that and make it the ultimate version of what it intends to be? Sometimes that means sticking very close to the formula. Sometimes it means deviating into another area, but we do so in a way that's very thoughtful and very precise because we never want to make it feel like we're ignoring the history of this adventure that we're reimagining. We want it to feel like it's the re-debut of this game. And so adding new details like giving her gear items that allow her to extract more lore from the world, preserving some of those classic abilities like push-pull, traversal being fluid and dynamic. We'll get into combat a little bit later, but these are all just Tomb Raider things at the core.
Amazing.
Yeah, but just going back to the scanner thing, You can use a scanner if you are a fan and just want to, like Jeff said, dig deep into the lore. You can scan things and find out more, but you can also use the scanner as a clue to the puzzles. It gives you clues if you want to. If you don't want to, you can just play it your way.
Yeah.
Nice.
And that's us trying to be sensitive to the players, because there are those that want to have this full breadth of systems, but we also have our hardcore players that are like, I want 2 pistols and no help.
Yeah.
And we're accommodating them as well.
Yeah, I love that. Giving players way more choice and following their lead as well. That's so cool. It sounds like you guys have done a lot of research as well and really respected a lot of the environments that you're talking about in real life, as well as creating a more fantasy realm for Lara to explore. That sounds sick.
I mean, the research is a massive part of what we've been doing, because the cultures that we've been working on recently is Incans, ancient Greece, Egypt, and we want to be respectful to those cultures and to the history that they had, and also for the players to feel like they are actually archaeologists, not just playing the game. So that's why we've done so much research.
And when we decided to partner with the Hogs on this game, co-develop it together, we knew that they were also fans of the game. I think Maddie is actually one of the designers on the
yeah.
So like we've got a designer on the team who literally used to make Tomb Raider levels for fun.
Yeah.
And he's
No way!
really well known in the community. So these are real fans that are making the game.
Wow.
But at the same time, we're also, we have a luxury of very talented developers who ask the right questions, who push in the right places to make sure we get really cool stuff that's fun to play on screen. And watching this whole process unfold over the last few years has just been a treat as a developer.
I bet. That's so special. That's so cool. What we're seeing here is Lara movement in full action there. She's got a lot of swagger. Like I said, she's got steez looking. Can you talk to me a little bit about some of the innovations that Lara's movement can be experienced in Legacy of Advances, and how it'll feel for players to play as her?
What we hope it feels familiar. We hope that you can pick up the sticks and you're like, wow, this is like putting on an old pair of shoes that are super comfortable. But at the same time, we've given her a couple of more tricks that she can use to help navigate the world, such as her grapple cuff that can give her some unique abilities to interact with objects, to use it to navigate. Those little touches are additive and are meant to enhance the experience while still preserving that original intent.
Very cool.
But that cog puzzle, she basically knew she needed to find it. She used her instinct. She moved upwards through this beautiful little pocket city that was adjacent to this temple, discovered things about it along the way, got inside, found this beautiful water clock whose purpose is unknown.
Yeah.
She gets it,
Look at her
and
go.
look at this.
There she is. That's Lara, baby. Oh my gosh.
Lara never comes in through the front door, and she never
Yes.
leaves without style.
Oh, that's sick.
So yeah, we've got this beautiful landscape around us. The environment art is stunning.
I know. Incredible.
We try to. When you play in this game, like we want you to explore and just enjoy exploring the environment, a part of doing everything else. Like if you just want to walk around and want to figure out what was actually happening in this place and what the people were doing there hundreds of years ago, you can do so. And just working on all those vistas, it's just so awesome. People, like our teams put so much heart and passion into building the vistas like this.
Look at that. This is one of my favorite
Cinema,
moments is the postcard shots where you're alone in the wilderness. You can hear the birds chirping, the leaves rustling. There's no time clock. We want people to slow down when they play the game. We want them to say, take it in, enjoy it. You don't have to speed run it, but if you're listening and you do, let us know what your time is, because we'll keep track. But that's great. It's the type of audience that we have. We have people that want to challenge themselves to move through the experience as fast as they can, and those that want to sightsee. And the game just is welcoming to all.
I'll be sightseeing for sure. I've got tears in my eyes. I'm not even joking. That is absolutely incredible. Wow. I wanted to go back a little bit and talk a little bit more about Lara's toolkit and how that's evolved here. So we have mentioned her grapple hook, we saw the scanner in action as well. How is that really going to affect the gameplay for players, and what other tools has she got up her sleeve?
Well, we've got like you said, the 2 items that we've already discussed.
Nice.
And as Arik mentioned, the scanner has some dual functionality. It can not only give you some hints that are optional if you don't want to engage with it, but it also gives you some world lore. But on top of that, we've got some things under the hood in her PDA that we can use to help give her some slightly different skill attributes if you want to equip her in a certain way to help meet challenges as you face them. We've got our crafting system because we want to make sure that, finding med packs
in the middle of the jungle. It's cool.
A little bit old school, yeah.
In a tomb 10,000 years old, has lucky that there's a first aid kit
What
here.
do you mean? They're not there all the time?
No,
What the heck?
so we were like, how do we make this still feel like Tomb Raider, but at the same time, like, not break immersion? And so that's where like crafting is a perfect add-on addition to it. It lets her scavenge the world for resources, use her knowledge and her ability to craft something useful.
Let's see what
And on
treasures
top of that, she can use recipes to provide certain gameplay buffs that are going to help give her short-term
if you want to, you
advantages.
don't have to.
And
you can just play the old school way, dual pistol all the way through with healing items if you want.
If you want to put your heads down and power through it, you can do it, but these
Yeah.
things are available to you and we think they're fun to engage with.
Amazing.
The Tomb of Qualipec waterfall gate is opened.
Done it.
Now here we're advancing to a little
Yes.
bit later in the game.
yeah.
We're now just on the cusp of a very memorable first encounter. So folks, hold on. Here we go.
Oh, I remember this, I think.
But we got to do it with style.
Yes! I'm so worried you were going to include a song. That's so sick. Oh, she's so cool.
Early stages of the project, we were like, hey, if we're really going to do this, we want to represent Lara in a way that she's fully recognizable. And part of that is the acrobatics. Lara without the acrobatics is still cool Lara, but not classic Lara. And here, they're on full display, but what I hope people appreciate is that there's more grounding, more believability to it in how she moves. She's still having fun, but...
It's synonymous to her, but like you mentioned, the more grounded when she was kicking the cog puzzle, that looked sick. It was so cool.
Yep.
But yeah.
Those little interactive moments add a sense of cinematic spectacle time to time, which is nice. It allows the game to still feel like a summer blockbuster.
Yeah. And speaking of, hello, who are these guys? Hello. The Raptor design looks really cool, Arik, as well.
Brilliant, thank you.
I love the addition of the feathers.
Yeah, I mean, we wanted to keep the red color, which you remember from the original one. But obviously, our knowledge about the dinosaurs evolved so much since 1996. So we wanted, like with everything in this game, we want to add on the top of what's been done already. So we kept the color, we add our own silhouette designs, and we added the feathers to make it unique for the Legacy of Atlantis.
Nice.
And their combat has been like dramatically overhauled. They're no longer just charging at you and just taking bullets. They're thinking, they're evading. You have the ability to use the health reticle when in aim down sight to be able to kind of assess where they're at so you can target your shots. And with Lara's combat, love seeing the axe make a little appearance. Utility gear for the win. But when she's actually in combat, she's got a loop of, assessing the situation, responding, and then moving to make sure she can then reassess. And that's, Lara's always in motion. Her combat is fluid, it's organic, but at the same time, it helps her kind of overcome challenges and get the upper hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, she needs to keep moving all the time. It's like a dance for them.
Yeah.
That's sick.
And you can see a little blue dot on the bottom, which enables you to go into the focus mode, which slows down time, which is one of my favorite features in our game.
For sure.
Yeah, when that fills up, she can go into hyper focus, slow down time, and really pull off those precision shots. But if you're going to do that, like, give her some style when she does it.
Absolutely.
Let those acrobatics shine.
Hello.
There's our girl.
That's the girl, yeah.
Yay. Oh my gosh. What was it like reimagining such an iconic boss fight here as well as the other ones in Atlantis? How was that?
From our perspective, it was just an honor to work on a T-Rex, but like we've worked for such a long time to just make sure it's perfect from our perspective, and we were trying to be respectful to the OG one. The moment when she's coming out like throughout the corner and you see the T-Rex. We couldn't do exactly this, but we wanted to have the same emotions when people see her for the first time, and then just working on a design, it was such a blast.
Yeah. And when you see her, it's like she still has some of those classic DNAs. She's got that beautiful green with the yellow pockets under her eyes. But we've also got some added elements in the feathers that also provide a little bit more of a reason of, she's in a geothermal valley. I mean, she's going to have a little bit of plumage that feels like it matches that environment, and it just gives her this really recognizable signature look.
I just love that we added those red feathers because there's so many versions of the T-Rex, in all the medias, and those red feathering on the top of this green and yellow eyes, for me, it's like beautiful.
And like chocolate and peanut butter, it's just great getting these two back together again. And seeing it like never presented before. So
T-Rexes love Lara. I love that as well. With the T-Rex and again other iconic bosses, what are you guys hoping that resonates with players, or what are you hoping that they experience from them coming across?
Yeah, no, we can take it or leave it. No, I'm kidding. We absolutely want people to be engaged. We want them to be pulled in. We want them
to have fun.
Yeah, we want them to feel like they're being put onto a cinematic thrill ride when we are ready to do that. But we also want them to feel like when we're not in that moment, they get to ramp down, explore, enjoy what we put out there for them to explore.
But it's also so much fun to, recreate, like reimagine these things with the technology that we have now. And we can build a lot on the top of it with so much more narration. It's just so much fun to work on it. And hopefully people will feel it when they play it.
Yeah, I cannot wait to play it as well. Guys, I'm really honoured about speaking to you, seeing all of that footage. So thank you so much for joining us. Can we go check out the booth here at Gamescom as well? I want to see that big T-Rex. Okay, let's do it. Guys, thank you so much again. Check out Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis when it launches on Xbox Series X and S on February 12, 2027, 2 days before Lara's birthday, isn't it? And it's Xbox Play Anywhere. Buy it once and play it across Xbox console and Windows PC. Pre-order now. Plus, if you pre-order the deluxe or collector's edition like me, get ready to play a full 48 hours early starting February 10th. Now guys, there is still a whole lot more coming up here on the Xbox at Gamescom broadcast, including Mega Man Dual Override, Forza Horizon 6, and I get to chat with Fable's game director Ralph Fulton and walk through the full demo that they're featuring right here in the Fable Theatre on the show floor. Heroes, wit, Power Stone, combat and more. I'm simply chuffed. Now then, if ridding an alien planet of its most menacing habitats with a rig full of futuristic weaponry and S-tier teamwork is your idea of a good time, have I got a game for you. Check this out.
In Exterminauts, every contract begins on a frontier that's equal parts breathtaking and barely holding together. You'll gear up aboard the rig, meet your crew, and choose the tools that fit your playstyle. Then it's time to drop in and get to work. The ecosystem is alive. Creatures hunt, feed, adapt, and push back against your every move. The tools you use do more than deal damage. They're built to create opportunities, reward teamwork, and let your crew shape the battlefield. It's controlled chaos. And when things get heated, cool them down. Clearing pests is only part of the job. Success comes from working together. While one Exterminaut gets the facility back online, the rest of the crew holds the line and keeps the site secure.
Overdrive that sick boy.
Of course, hard work has a way of attracting the biggest pests around. And even then, the contract isn't finished until everyone makes it home. Call in your ride, defend the extraction zone, and earn your pay. Because in Exterminauts, The best jobs are the ones you survive together.
Magic and Melee take center stage in Warlock, a brand new third-person open-world adventure set in the D&D universe. And bringing this character to life is none other than Maggie. Maggie Robertson, how you doing? AKA
Hello.
Tasha.
Yes, hello. That's me.
That's you.
That's me.
What would you say is the real essence of playing something like Tasha?
Tasha's fun. She's very fun. She's kind of like our weird, dark fairy godmother in the game. She will make all of your darkest dreams come true, but there will be a cost.
Well, is there more to her than meets the eye? Because you said a fairy godmother type. Now, many people could interpret that in different ways.
Indeed.
So tell me a bit more deeper about Tasha.
She is charming and charismatic.
Mm-hmm.
And so she has kind of this magnetism that draws you in. But there is an undercurrent of danger with her because she's incredibly cunning. And she's always working towards her own ends, not yours. And you don't always know what her true goals are in the game. So you do always have to stay on your toes with her.
So I know with classes like Warlocks in D&D, typically there's often a pretty tragic way in which they come to know their patrons. So can you shed a little light on how Katya is going to meet Tasha?
Indeed I can. Katri is searching for someone, and that search brings her to Tasha in order to get what she wants.
Now, you've obviously played many characters before in various fantasy settings, but was there anything in particular that was a bit more challenging about playing someone like Tasha?
I think the challenge of Tasha is that she is so cunning, and she is always planning 10 steps ahead of everybody else in the room.
Of course.
So she's always moving and shaking, and so having to hold all of that within you in any scene that you're in, and always know that there's something else that she is negotiating. Even if you think you're negotiating this, you're actually negotiating about this.
Obviously, being a huge fan of D&D as well, right? So, and you've played Orin the Red, incredibly vicious, devious, pretty nasty character. So, are there any parallels in that kind of excitement you had when you got to play Orin, and now you get to sort of re-enter the universe now in Warlock?
Tons of excitement to re-enter the universe. D&D is so fun because you can be anything you want to be, do anything you want to do. So I genuinely love D&D. I love to play with my friends, and it is a nice home space for me. So then being able to be a part of games that also are in those worlds is incredibly fun. How many times can I say fun in one interview? Fun.
Well, it's all fun.
It's very fun.
What can you say?
I don't know if I said that before, but it is in fact quite fun. What was your question? Because I've blacked out and all I'm on is fun.
Was the excitement of playing a character like Orin, being such a D&D fan, was that mirrored in then having the opportunity to re-enter D&D again as now?
Oh, absolutely. But also, like, Tasha's an iconic D&D character, and that comes with a decent amount of stress and scariness and, oh God, what have I done? Can I pull this off? I think every time I get booked on something, I have a minute of panic of like, oh God, and now I have to do it.
I mean, people are committing their entire lives to a patron, so yeah, that's a lot of weight on your shoulder.
Yeah, the least I could do is try.
Yeah. Well, Maggie, thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for just voicing so many incredible characters. But next up, we're actually heading over to the world of Mega Man and Twinkle Girl, which is just an incredible sentence to say out loud. So why don't we check in with Benny and see what's up with that?
They're called fan favourites for a reason, and this next game can certainly claim that title. And here to show off gameplay to the newest entry to the beloved franchise, Mega Man Dual Override, please welcome game producer Hiroyuki Minamatani and game director Shinya Ikuta.
Hello everyone!
Thank you so much for joining us.
Hi!
Welcome. Now, we're going to hop straight into some gameplay. Can you tell us a little bit about what we're going to play?
最初はゲームプレイを紹介しますけれども、ゲームコースについて少しでも説明していただけます？はい。今回小バージョンということで、ティンクルガール以外のステージは、伏せられています。でもう本来はすべての8体のボスから1体を選んで好きなステージを選んで、攻略するのがロックマンらしさであります。
Okay, today we'll be playing from the Gamescom build that we have here, so we only have one stage available. When the full game comes out, you'll be able to choose from 8 different stages.
Oh, amazing.
Thank you so much, Dog. So we've got Twinkle Girl as well, which I know is one of the new robot masters.
で、Twinkle Girl は新ボスっていう認識で正しいです。
あ、そうです。
Yes, she is a new boss for this game.
じゃあ早速選んでみましょうか。
All right, let's get started.
はい。
So, can you tell us a little bit about the 3 stages that we have, which is new?
はい。で、ステージ3つのエリアがあることについて少し説明していただけます？
はい。今回は3ステージ構成になってて、ステージが進むごとにだんだん難しくなっていきます。で、最後にボスが待ち受けています。
Alright, so every stage in the game will have 3 separate areas, and as you progress through each of them, they'll become more and more difficult. The robot master for each of those stages will be waiting for you in the 3rd area.
Okay, amazing. Should we hop in and see what we have on offer?
じゃあ始めましょうか。
はい。では最初のステージを選んでいきます。はい。
Alright, we're gonna get started.
Okay, amazing. So we've got 3 chips here. Can you tell us what this feature is?
で、そのチップについて少しでも説明していただけます？
はい。チップをセットすることでロックマンを強化することができるんですけども、今回は3種類のチップセットを用意しました。
Okay, Mega Man is able to equip a variety of chips throughout the game that'll add a variety of abilities to him. For the Gamescom show floor demo, we have 3 chips available to players.
Okay, amazing. And what's the first one that we're going to use?
で、今日最初に使うのはどちらでしょうか？
一番上の、防御スタイルの、チップセットを選びます。
Alright, so first we're going to be using one that's a little bit more of a defensive chip.
Okay, nice. Let's see it in action.
はい、じゃあ。
Let's start.
はい、この3つのチップセットは体験版だけの特別な仕様で、製品版ではユーザーが組み合わせて使うことができます。
Alright, so for the Gamescom demo, we only have 3 chips available. Once the full game comes out, players will have a very wide variety of chips to be able to use for a variety of skills.
Oh, amazing. Oh, we can see it here right there. So it's going to help block those abilities, right?
で、そのシールを使うときには、攻撃にダメージ受けないようにするんですよね。
そうです。はい。
Yeah, that's correct. It'll reduce damage.
Okay, amazing.
で、バリア自体はいつでも解除できます。
Alright, so with the shield itself, you can actually turn it off at any point in time too.
So I'm guessing that's going to create a skill curve for players.
まあ多分、プレイヤーにとってはそのシールの使い方はやっぱり戦略が必要ですよね。
はい、そうです。
Yeah, so some strategy will be involved, of course, in the use of the shield.
Amazing. Also, so to point out, is like when damaging the enemies, we're seeing a lot of that like graphical effects to those, aren't we?
やっぱり敵にはダメージを与えるときにはその傷がついたりマークがつきますよね。
はい。だんだん黒くなっていくというか、ちょっと焦げが発生して、はい、ダメージ表現が分かりやすくなっています。
Yeah, so with each enemy, as you damage them more and more, you'll start to see them kind of develop damage and scars and that sort of thing. And as they become darker, it's clear that they're getting closer to being killed.
Okay, amazing. So as we progress through the level as well, we're noticing a lot of familiar enemies that people will recognize from the previous games. Right, can you tell us a little bit about that and how you balanced it in this game?
はい、ステージが進行につれて、馴染みの敵と新規の敵が登場するんだけれども、そのバランスを取るにはどのようにやって取り組んでいます？
そうですね、やっぱ懐かしい敵っていうのは、出すとやっぱファンの人はすごく喜んでくれますし、結構なんていうんですかね、配置の位置でかなり攻略が難しくなるような敵もすごくたくさんいるんで、それをバランスよくセットするのが、大事だと思ってます。
Yeah, so when it comes to enemies, of course, having a bit of a familiar face allows fans to have a little bit of nostalgia with the gameplay, and then introducing new enemies and whatnot will add a different level of challenge to it. So it's a good opportunity for fans to really kind of have that love of the series and some new stuff to experience and bring some challenges to the game.
Yeah, and I think we got to talk about new things about the game, the dual override system. Can you tell us a little bit about that in the top left corner?
はい、で新規要素について話してるんだけど、オーバーライドについての説明少しでもいただけます？
はい、わかりました。ではまず実際に使ってみますね。ちょっとお待ちくださいね。
Alright, we'll use it in just a second.
すでに今の時点でオーバーライドゲージは溜まってます。
Alright, so at present, the override gauge is still building up.
敵を倒したり、ダメージを受けたり、いろいろな、能動的な行動でゲージが溜まっていきます。
And the override gauge will build up in a variety of ways, taking damage, damaging enemies, and whatnot.
How many times can you... Oh, here we go.
では、オーバーライドをして強化した状態でかっこよく敵を倒したいと思います。
Alright, so once the override is activated, you'll actually become more powerful, and you'll be able to unleash some really cool looking attacks, like we've seen here on the screen.
Destroyed. Amazing, and that's our first level stage complete.
はい、それエリア1完成ですね。
あ、そうです。
Yes.
Amazing. Now, one thing as well with that override system, how many times are they able to charge it?
でそのオーバーライドのゲージは何回まで蓄積できます？
一定量、敵を倒したりすると、段階的にゲージが上がっていって、3段階が、
最強のオーバーライド状態になります。
So the override gauge has 3 phases to it, and as you hit each of those kind of levels, you'll be able to build it up for stronger attacks as you go. So once you get that 3rd tier, it's pretty powerful.
Yeah, as we just saw, they just destroyed them. So we're going to try the second chip now, aren't we?
はい、じゃあ2つ目のチップ使いますよね。
はい。
Yes.
今回攻撃タイプ、火力重視のチップを選びます。
Alright, this time around we're going to be doing more of an offensive chip. It's called the weapon chip.
Okay, amazing. And what is the difference between the weapon chip and the shield chip that we saw in the first area?
で、ウェポンチップとシールドチップの違いは何でしょうか？
まずこれオートガードです。オートチャージです。
So one big difference that players will notice is that once you have the weapon chip equipped, you'll be able to charge automatically rather than holding down the attack button.
通常はこうボタンを押さないとチャージできないんですけども、自動的にチャージされるので、ロックマンのアクションに集中しやすくなります。
Yeah, so when you're playing normally, you'd have to hold that attack button down to be able to charge your Mega Buster, but now that it's done automatically for you, you're able to focus a little bit more on Mega Man's movements and attacks.
Okay, amazing. And like, what might be the, as you just said there, what would be a reason for a player to choose this chip over the defensive chip?
はい。で、シールドチップよりも、ウェポンチップを選択する理由は何かございます？
やっぱり火力でどんどん敵を倒していきたいという人に向いていると思います。
Yeah, there are some players who like to take down enemies pretty quickly, so the weapon chip is really good for those who are more of an offensive type player.
Okay, brilliant.
じゃあ次は特殊武器をお見せしたいと思います。
Also, we're going to do a quick introduction to a special weapon that is available to players in the game.
Oh.
特殊武器を使うと敵を吹っ飛ばして画面外に弾き飛ばすことが。
So with that special weapon, you can actually cause enemies to go flying off of their platforms and whatnot too.
Will players have a lot of other weapons to be able to have access to them?
で、その通常のロックバスターに加えて、特別な武器いくつかあります？
通常のロックバスターに加えて
かなりありますよね。
そうですね。はい、たくさんあります。
Yeah, there will be quite a few other weapons available to players outside of the standard Mega Buster.
And how are players going to gain access to those weapons?
で、その特別の武器を取得するのに何が必要ですかね？
最後の、ボスを倒すことが必須条件となります。
はい。So as players defeat robot masters in every stage, they'll get a special skill from those robot masters.
I've also noticed, as you've just collected it, these screws. What are they for, and how are players going to use them?
はい。で、ステージにはネジも集めれるようですけれども、そのネジはどのように使います？
ネジを貯めるとショップで、チップを購入することができます。
So as players progress through the game and they collect various chips, they can actually use them to purchase additional chips throughout their gameplay experience.
Okay, amazing.
なのでネジはどんどん貯めていって自分をロックマンをどんどん強化していくことが攻略の鍵となります。
So one cool strategy about that is the more screws you collect, the more powerful Mega Man will become. So we recommend doing your best to collect them and powering up as you play.
この先に強敵が待ち受けています。
はい。We're gonna go ahead.
Oh no, I was just going to say we've just come to this checkpoint, right? Which allows players to kind of take breaks throughout the game. How have you balanced that? But I think we'll go to this because this is Astro Man, right? It's returning. I know so many people are excited about this. Can you tell us more?
Yes.
アストロマンが復活しますよね。それについて少しでも語っていただけます？
ロックマンのファンに喜んでもらおうと思って過去作からボスを復活させてます。他のボスも登場しますので復活しますので楽しみにしておいてください。
Alright. So as a fan service to series of the Mega Man series, we've brought back a variety of robots, robot masters. Astro Man is one of them, but there will be others besides him. So get excited.
I love seeing some of these like kind of battles that you see.
このような戦略見るのは楽しいですね。
初めのボスと違って2番目のボスなので。ちょっと歯ごたえのある難易度になっています。
それがすごく難しいです。これを避けるのが。
Yeah, so compared to the boss in the first area, Astroman's the boss for the second area, so it'll be a little bit more difficult than the boss we fought earlier.
So close!
はい、まあ。
惜しい。
本当に強敵なんですよ。めちゃくちゃ。はい。
Yeah.
The shield chip would have come in handy there.
やっぱりシールドチップ使えばよかったかも。
まあそうですけども、僕はもう火力重視でいきます。
Alright, we're gonna do our best here.
Well, I believe.
使用される方に参考になるようなプレーを目指したいと思います。
Alright, I'm gonna do my best to show players the best gameplay I can.
できるかな。よし、頑張ろう。
You're gonna do it flawless.
まあ今回ダメージ受けずに倒せますよね。
はい、任せてください。
It's one of the things. It is hard to talk and play these boss fights at the same time as well.
やっぱりプレイしながら話すの難しいですよね。
もうちょっと無口になっちゃいますね。
本当はもっと上手いんですけど、喋りながらプレイするとやっぱりダメージ食らってしまいますね。
やばいですね。
Truth be told, Equal Up Director is a lot better than what you're seeing right here, but it is again tricky for him to play and talk at the same time.
Oh,
OK。
activating that override.
さあ、オーバーライド発動ですね。
これでなんとか倒したいですが。
So close.
まだ死なないです。まだです。まだです。あまり最後まで見せちゃうとね、ちょっとユーザーの楽しみもなくなるんで、次のステージに移りたいと思います。
Alright, so for the sake of the fans, let's move on to the third area and show that a little bit too.
Okay, yeah, let's do it. Let's go because the third area is where we're going to see the new robot master, Twinkle Girl.
そうそう、3つ目のエリアで、やっぱりロボットマスの紹介も入りますよね。
じゃあ最後のステージとなります。はい。
Yeah, this will be the last area of the Twinkle Girl stage.
じゃあこのステージのボスを紹介します。
Alright, just give a quick overview about her as we're playing through.
でチップは一番下のチップを使うんですけども、これは何も強化チップをつけてない状態のロックマンとなります。
And for this area, we're going to be using the third chip in this option here, which is to call in Rush, but it won't add any sort of power-ups to Mega Man's abilities.
どうぞ。
難易度高いけど大丈夫ですか？
大丈夫です。もう使いこなしていきますよ、もうロックマンを。はい。
Yeah, we'll do our best this one too. But yeah, meet Twinkle Girl.
ある意味縛りプレイですけどね、これね。はい、頑張ります。
Alright, let's do it.
One thing to ask as well, why was it important to evolve the Robot Master stage design for the latest entry in the series?
でなんか過去作に比べて、デュアルオーバーライドの方でステージの進行は大切にしているようですけれども、その進行はなんで大切にしてるんですか？
南さんお願いします。ヘルプでちょっと、今集中してるので。
3つのステージに分けたんですけれども、ユーザーには段階的にクリアしてアクションとして成長する楽しみを味わってほしいなと思ってます。
One reason for the kind of progression for the stage itself is we want players to have a sense of progression and success and achievement as they've gone through the stage. So again, each area becomes more and more difficult, and so by clearing each one, there's a sense of accomplishment being able to complete it.
And how do you balance the challenge that players are going to face and then having those conveniences like checkpoints?
でその難易度があまり難しくならないようにどうやってバランス取ろうとしてるんですか？
お願いします。今集中してるんですよ。もうここめっちゃむずいんで。
敵の単純に強さを上下させるだけじゃなくて、ステージ構成や敵の配置を調整しながらテストプレイ通じてかなり精密に調整しています。
そうですね。
Yeah, so if you think about it, obviously the enemies become more and more difficult, more powerful as you progress through the stage, but also we get more strategic with the placements of the enemies, so they're in more inconvenient places, so to speak. But again, it really gives players an ability to practice and kind of level up as they're playing through.
I love seeing how much more difficult this stage is as well compared to the other two.
やっぱり3つ目のエリア非常に難しいと見えるんですけど。
めちゃくちゃむずいです。
Yeah, it is pretty tough, isn't it?
やっぱロックマンは歯応えがすごく大事だと思っているので、はい、難しめに調整してます。
Yeah, of course, the Mega Man series itself is known for its challenge. We want to make sure we kept that for the classic fans.
Do you have any tips for players picking it up for the first time?
ロックマンシリーズを初めて遊ぶユーザーにとって何かアドバイスあります？
ロックマンは特殊武器を使うと強い攻撃が与えることができるので、このボスも特殊武器が効くようになってますので。
So yeah, Mega Man again will have access to a variety of special weapons. Using those special weapons against Robot Masters will actually have some pretty extra effects on them. So we recommend picking those up and using those as well.
This fight looks so hard against Twinkle Girl.
やっぱり Twinkle Girl 戦は難しく見えるんですけど。
めちゃくちゃ難しいんで、僕はもう喋れませんね。
It is pretty tough. So Ikuta-san's gonna stop talking because it is pretty tough.
難しいですけど攻撃パターンを見極めれば。
これ以上見せるとちょっとつまらなくなるので、はい、ここでやめときます。
Yeah, so of course Twinkle Girl's attack patterns and whatnot are pretty tough. We don't want to give away the strategy of how to defeat her entirely, so we're actually going to call it right here if that's okay.
I feel like that is perfectly fair because we don't want to give those secrets away. We want people to have that challenge.
やっぱり発売前にはメタバレ出したくないんですよね。
そうですね。ぜひ私有できる方だけの限定的なプレイだと思うので。
Yeah, of course. Again, just think of this as a preview of what's to come.
Now, we've seen some great features. We've seen the new override abilities, the new chipsets. What else should fans be excited to see?
今日いろんな新要素を紹介してもらってますけれども、それに加えて、一応注目したいこと何かあります？
そうですね。8体のボスまだお見せしてませんけども、非常に魅力的なキャラクターをたくさん用意しているのと、そのうちの1体はユーザーから募集をして選抜されたすごく、デザインが、かっこいい、 ボスが登場しますので、それを楽しみにしてほしいです。
Alright, so within the game itself, there are 8 robot masters across the 8 stages that players will have access to. We're only revealed one so far, but one of those robot masters is actually going to be designed by a fan. We held a design contest, so that winning entry will be part of the game as a final boss.
That is amazing to see. It's like you've already got such like dedicated fans to the franchise, and they're going to be absolutely buzzing to see that.
やっぱりファンの皆さんは情熱的なんですけれども、そうファンが作ったデザインをゲームに入れて、やっぱり興奮感がやっぱり強くなりますよね。
オープン感ですか？
興奮感。
興奮。
はい。
いや特にデザインした人はすごく興奮すると思います。
Yeah, especially the person who created that winning design, they're going to be super duper excited to see it in the game.
もしかするとね、スタッフロールに名前が載るかもしれませんもんね。
そうですね。スタッフロールには名前が出ますから、ボスも特徴的なステージに出ますので、楽しみに発表を待っていただければと思ってます。
So it's not just that Robot Master design, but the whole stage for that Robot Master will also be themed around that design itself. So it's going to be a really kind of special experience. The staff's really excited to reveal it as well.
No, I'm excited to see it as well. It's a bit like how we've seen the Twinkle Girls stage today and how that's all designed. But I'd just like to say a massive thank you for both of you, all three of you, for coming and showing us some gameplay here on the Xbox booth at Gamescom. Thank you so much for joining us.
今日のご紹介誠にありがとうございます。
ありがとうございました。
Thank you so much. But coming up, straight from the Xbox booth, we're getting nostalgic and celebrating 25 years and showing off some sweet new wheels coming to Forza Horizon 6. But first, a special update on first-person horror platformer coming to Xbox very soon.
Come on down today. Your Jurassic journey awaits.
Hello? Anyone here?
Sorry, kid. What was your name?
Jordan.
I'm Stella. I need you to find Dalton.
Oh no, this isn't good.
You see, we've come across this material with some sort of organic properties.
I should have stopped long time ago.
This is my first documented sighting of this creature.
Something took him. It took everyone. There's not a soul here.
How many of these things are there?
There are other areas that can get you back to the surface, but you gotta go deeper. Suppose the only way out is through.
Don't look back!
This operation must be contained.
I'll find him, Stella. I will.
It's a partnership made in gaming heaven. IKEA helps create spaces for real life. Xbox is where the world plays. Put them together and you've got a collection that makes it easier to bring play into the living room. Plus, with a name like Ixtabi, it promises to be an unforgettable collaboration. Joining me with more on this new IKEA gaming collection, please welcome back to the show Carl Ledbetter, Head of Design for Xbox Devices, and Product Developer Philip Delay from IKEA. Hi guys, welcome.
Hey,
how are you?
Hey. Good to be back.
Good to be back.
It's great to see you.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk Ixtabi. Tell me a little bit more about this furniture collection.
Yeah, so it's a furniture collection, or a home furnishing collection, I would say, because it's furniture and accessories may just enhance the gaming experiences for people in their homes who feel that gaming is an essential part of their everyday.
Cool. How did this come about for you guys then?
Well, it's pretty interesting when you think about IKEA being the world leader in gaming or home furnishings and products for people at home, and Xbox with our game content and devices for gaming. When you put them together, it really creates the ultimate opportunity to get people immersed into games. So it doesn't stop at the screen or with the controller in your hand. It's about the entire environment that you're working in and playing games in. So that's where I think the magic really happened.
Yeah, definitely.
Awesome. Now, I hear you had a little inspiration, obviously, from the controller here. Can you talk to me a little bit about how that inspired your product design for this collection?
Yeah, Carl?
Sure, yeah. Well, the controller is very iconic to Xbox.
Of course.
That's where you interact with the games. And so we took some of the detailing from the controller, like the thumbstick stool, the D-pad cushion, and the D-pad platter. And those are kind of more specific examples, but yeah, it's inspiring. Game content really comes alive through the product, so that's what we looked at.
Yeah, we were inspired by like elements of the controller, but also like how people use it. You know, how people store it, how they charge it, and just making sure that. We use some of our IKEA smarts to help you organize all the gear you have around the game.
Yeah. So, one of the fun things about this project was IKEA and Xbox both share the same philosophy of making products that solve real problems, that are expressed in a way that anybody can enjoy them at home. And grounding on that, we really start to unlock new ideas and thoughts, and it shows up in all of the collection.
Yeah, for sure. Lord knows I need some IKEA smarts as well in my gaming at home.
That's
so
right.
Sounds great. So guys, can I get my hands on this collection maybe at my local IKEA store or even online?
Yeah, very soon.
Okay, how soon maybe? When do you expect to launch?
We'll launch globally from October 1st this year.
Wow, awesome.
Just around the corner, absolutely.
Just around the corner, not long to wait at all. I can't wait as well, especially for that D-pad tray. I need that immediately if I can have it. Or maybe even this delightful little cushion.
One of my favorites.
One of your favorites?
Yep.
Love
That
it.
one's for you.
Yay! Okay, sorry. Thanks, guys. Well, I mean, Xbox and IKEA feel like they've officially leveled up the gaming space for us at home as well. How does it feel to finally reveal this collection here at Gamescom for you both?
Go ahead, Philip.
Yeah, amazing. I mean, Gamescom is the world's biggest gaming event, and to see the product, out in the wild, experienced by fans and gamers, people trying out, and finding all the Easter eggs and the fun details that we've put into the designs. It's been years in the making, so it feels fantastic.
It feels really good. I mean, this is the first time for Xbox at Gamescom to actually have a partnership like this with IKEA right here in the booth. And like Philip said, if you look close enough, you'll see some Easter eggs. You'll find them here and there, and they're on all the products.
Okay, well, I'm going to go scour them just now
That's
as
right.
well. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. Enjoy the rest of your Gamescom and this lovely little setup we've got here. Shall we play some games?
I think we should do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's do it. You guys, though, buckle up. It's over to Charlie and Henry with the latest from Forza Horizon 6. Let's kick things into overdrive with some new Forza racing, shall we, Hannes?
Oh, go on then. And here with a look at the newest game mode and some truly exciting partnerships, please welcome senior game designer Will Hume and lead game designer David Orton.
Hey, great to see you. How you doing?
Hi, guys. Doing very
good.
well. How are you both?
This is so fun. This is so fun. Looking at all these incredible games at the Xbox booth, absolutely loving it.
It's not bad, is it? Talking of not bad games, though, Forza Horizon 6 absolutely crushed it when it came out recently. How's the reaction been? How are you guys feeling?
We're feeling great.
Yeah,
it's been awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, launch has been incredible. Game's gone down really well. We've been releasing a bunch of new content, right? Had new race events, new cars, and now we're introducing a new feature.
Yeah,
There you
nice.
go.
I mean, Charlie and I have been in constant competition to see who can fully complete all the achievements.
Where are you at, by the way?
I have 2 left.
I've got one left, baby.
There we go.
I know what I'm doing on the flight home. Thank you.
Neck and neck. It's neck and neck. But you mentioned a new feature.
Let's do it.
So why don't you tell us all about it? What are you brought us?
So we've been blown away by the launch of Forza Horizon 6. We've welcomed millions of players to Horizon Japan. We've added new cars, new rewards, new events. And today we're really excited to give you a first look at a brand new game mode, which is Drift Attack. So this will be free to all players, and I'm accompanied by Will. He'll be driving.
Our beautiful assistant today.
There is no way that I can drift and drive at the same time and talk. So it's worth saying this is all live, so no pressure, Will.
No pressure,
at all. So
we're going to be really nice and polite to you, whatever happens.
we're trying to throw you off.
Yeah.
So here we are. We're at the sort of Drift circuit.
Yep.
We've kind of upgraded it a bit, put some aftermarket cars in there. You can see people driving. It's worth saying this is all live.
Wow,
So
okay.
the people at the Gamescom booth, that's the people we're seeing
Here
here.
they
So
come.
we go, shout out to 240 Gamescom 1.
You made the stream.
You made the stream. There you go. The dev kit. So to start a Drift Attack, all we need to do is drive through the gantry and away we go. It's all about setting the highest drift score on one lap and then trying your hardest to beat it every single time.
Nice. Okay, so we're going to get our first taste of it right here.
Here we go.
Oh, yeah, I see the score going up. I see the score going up.
Yeah. And then, first thing we noticed as well is those blue boxes on the floor aren't normally there. What are those?
Yeah, so they are clipping zones.
Okay.
So right now, Will is getting a drift score. And if you're drifting within the sort of blue lanes there, it will actually increase your score.
Yes, I can see the multiplier at the bottom. Nice.
Yes, you get a times 2 multiplier. The way that works is kind of for two reasons. One of them is it's to kind of reward those players who are really good at the game. But also they've been strategically placed for sort of the best drifting line. So it's there to sort of encourage where you should be kind of getting your angles.
Bit of
and how you should be
education,
approaching
bit of
it.
accessibility.
Yeah, bit of education. And obviously number go up is always good fun.
It is.
It's always good fun. So right now Will has locked in a score. What have you got? You got 158,000.
Okay.
Very
is that
respectable.
Is it respectable?
I say it's modest.
Modest.
It's modest.
You're gonna take that?
We can do better. I think we can do better.
Okay, let's get another run real quick.
Yeah.
And I saw as well there was some little pop-ups on the side, on the right. They look like collection journal entries.
Ah, yes. So we have actually expanded the campaign with Drift Attack as well, and we'll show that in a bit with our collection
that sounds
journal.
good.
Absolutely.
I'm excited.
And a key thing about this is it's all in the shared world. So you're not loading out, you're not instancing out into another space.
Yeah.
We wanted to make it as frictionless as possible. So all you need to do is drive through the gantry and away you go. And right now, Will is sort of taking the score against himself. If you wanted to, you could actually join a convoy of people and you'd be put on a leaderboard with them as well.
Beautiful.
And it's how we kind of wanted that competition to be more opt-in. So you can rock up and you can just drift for as long as you like.
A scotch better. I did see the leaderboards on the side as well.
Yes,
leaderboards,
the Emerald
right?
leaderboards. Yes, so this is all very similar to Time Attack, really. So the Emerald leaderboards you see, we'll go drive to them now.
How are Gamescom doing?
How are Gamescom doing? Well, we're not. Okay, so
Will.
I've got quite a way to go.
Oh, darling.
whoever was 2 Forza Gamescom 6,
Yeah.
whoever that was, they got the best score. So this
Doing
is actually
really well.
live, and these leaderboards, they reset each week as well.
Nice.
So this looks across the entire community as well. So you could be driving past a Drift Attack circuit and you see your friends on the leaderboard and they've swapped your score.
And you wanna-
it's like
Right,
a great
you
way.
wanna-
Yeah, exactly. And then away you go. You start
And as you
drifting.
said, it's a permanent mode, so you can constantly keep your eye on it, right? Come back to it, have another go.
Exactly. Yeah. So
beautiful.
With that, this is a game mode you can play today and in the future. You don't get left behind. This is all ready for players from the moment it goes live. And with that, we've got some permanent rewards. So let's look at those.
Yeah, let's do it. This is the collection journal that you mentioned, right, Hem? Yeah,
I mean,
beautiful.
one other thing I did see that was quite cool was similar to Time Attack, you've got kind of splits.
Yeah.
So you know which segments you're kind of improving.
What you need to work on.
too.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like that.
You kind of see if you're doing
Here we
better.
go.
or
Here we
worse.
go. Go on, Will.
Yeah.
There we go.
Jack.
It's working.
He's
There we
beginning
go.
to believe.
Can I just say, by the way, the collection journals, I've not had a chance to speak to you since. I love them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Great.
hooked. I'm a tick box list kind of gal.
I love that.
And knowing what to go in and having some sort of direction is so helpful.
Yeah.
So you mentioned that Drift Attack has its own element within the journal, right?
It does. Let's take a look.
So Drift Attack's permanent new mode, as we've said. So we've integrated it into the collection journal on the Horizon Festival campaign. So once you get your yellow wristband, you'll have unlocked it at the Shimano circuit, and you can take part. It's got a whole new category for Drift Attack.
Beautiful.
With its own collection items. Similar to Time Attack, you'll get them for completing laps, but instead of PI classes, we've kind of focused on different car buckets that make sense for drift. So you've got drift cars, sports cars, retro super saloons.
I
all
think
that
that adds an element of like thinking about it. 'Cause you can make an S1 or whatever and find someone else's tune and then go and do it and then, hey, well done, you're great. But actually applying to a specific car type, that's the challenge. I really like that.
That's the hope. It encourages people to try different cars as well, they might not have tried.
Amazing.
But it comes with that as well. Obviously, we have brand new rewards for this category. So we've got a Drift Attack race helmet and suit, which is super cool. People want more of that sort of stuff, so you'll be able to apply that to your character. Then the coolest reward is a brand new Forza Edition, the Jaguar XJS Forza Edition. So this is our first post-launch new Forza Edition, similar to the ones we did for the game's launch. It's a complete kind of rework of the car. You can see just what we've been driving throughout this stream, so we can kind of see it in action.
Yeah, here it is.
It's not bad looking.
Yeah,
bit
You've
here,
done
is
all
it?
right there.
Yeah, well done. We'll confirm you've done all right with that. Can we get closer to it? Learn what's so special
Absolutely,
about it?
Let's have a look at it in Forza Vista.
Yeah, because one of my favourite things is just how wildly detailed the Forza editions are. Like, I look at my Mazda and I'm like,
Ooh.
hell yeah. Engine block, love that.
Yeah.
I look at the Terreno and like when you're looking at it in first person, there's the coffee
With the
cup.
cup, yeah.
It's the
Absolutely.
details unreal. So yeah, let's see what the details are on the Jaguar.
Yeah, absolutely. The vehicle art team and handling team are incredible at Playground, and they've kind of knocked it out of the park again with this car. So this was inspired by kind of grassroots drift scene. So they wanted to build something that felt like someone had built it themselves and kind of had that personality to it. So yeah, they've got these amazing decals like this, the unit cat who's on the windows of the car. We've got stuff like, you can see like they've taken out the side windows to reduce weight on the car, and they've taken off the door handles as well and put kind of little clips in there you can see. If we go to the rear of the car and take the back kind of boot off, we'll see the inside as well, where they've got these massive kind of air vents for the drift internals so that to keep the car cool when it's hitting the limiter all the time. And even like the detail, you can see these kind of metal blocks at the edges, which is where the rear wing mounts onto. So it's kind of like that attention to detail again there. You can see like where it kind of cuts in.
Love it. So
if we have a look at the interior as well.
By the way, if you guys need like a, I don't know, like a Charlie edition horn for the car, it being a Jaguar, it could be like a or something, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Should we try and get it in?
Stunt
Maybe.
silence is a great reaction to.
We'll need everyone to be quiet for a sec while we record it, but sure.
We might be able to sample that and get it in.
Yeah, all right, well, let's get some big wigs on that, yeah?
See what we can do. One of my favourite things about this is that the vehicle art team, they sort of set themselves a challenge to make this pass an MOT and be road legal. So they've done all the things to make this incredible drift machine, but at the same time, you could just nip to the shop and get some milk with this car.
I'm sure I'll see this on the forecourt of a dealership somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere. Exactly that.
Now, obviously, this is a really cool car.
Yeah.
When am I going to be able to unlock this?
Yes, so Drift Attack will be launching on the 7th of September, so super soon, only a week or two.
Nice.
The car will launch at the same time, and the same as the feature, car's permanently added. It will always live in the collection journal, so whenever you join the game, you'll be able to play Drift Attack and unlock the Forza Edition Jaguar.
Cool, so not a seasonal unlock, it's there no matter what time you jump in.
Car's there forever, mode's there forever.
Absolutely.
Do you mind if either me or Henry have a go right now?
Absolutely,
Is
go
that
for
all
it.
right? Do you want to rock, paper, scissors for it?
Okay.
Yeah? Okay, you
You're
ready?
going down.
Yeah? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Alright, Charlie.
Your turn then.
Hang on. Here's something you can play with.
Oh, yeah, I'll tell you what
this.
then.
Have fun with
What's
that.
this? This is the Lego Technique, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah?
Yes.
I'll pass over to you. Ready?
Let's not.
This is going to go badly.
I would love it.
Yeah,
Can you imagine this would break live on stream?
Yeah, you have that one.
There we go. This is ours. That's yours. Yeah, so we've these are the Lego Technica. We've got the 488 Pista and the Dodge Viper. Right now, if you go to your message center, you can get a version of these cars with a sort of replica livery that looks very similar to these cars you see here. They look very cool. I wonder who's going to take these home. No one's ever said that. Like, we've got these props, and I'm kind of like, well, whose are they? They look awesome, and they look awesome in game as well. So that's a fantastic partnership we got with Lego Technic.
I look forward to hunting them down. Henry, I'm going to play with a toy car if you want to play with the digital
Hand
one.
it over.
Right?
We have another partnership as well, right, coming
Got
up
another
that we've kind of announced today at Gamescom. So we're also going to be partnering with 7-Eleven, which is super exciting for us. We've got the booth here and everything. Anyone here has kind of seen it with the super out the front. So that's going to be coming in October. There's going to be an evolving world as part of that. And we look forward to kind of talking about that more nearer the time, but something for players to look forward to there as well.
Hell
You guys have been cooking. Honestly.
Well, what we're looking forward to now is seeing drifting skills.
Your turn, Henry. We've seen the leaderboard set by Will.
Do you mind if I change the settings?
No.
That's the sound of a pro. That's the sound of a pro right now. Do you mind if I switch
live.
No, changing the settings.
We need an equal comparison.
You know what? You're right. This thing's got some.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fierce. It's fierce.
What can we do to put off Henry? Like,
Absolutely
I can keep making the noises again. Yeah.
That is really
I'll cut
not
the
helpful.
show if I keep doing that, actually. Okay, all right, Henry. I mean, I think you're focusing a bit too hard on staying in the clipping zone.
Well, I'm all here for the clipping zone, baby.
Something else to mention about the car that's super cool as well. So obviously we built it as a drift car to match the feature, but players will be able to upgrade it and tune it themselves. So if you want to turn it into a more track-focused car, put some slick tires on it, you'll be absolutely be able to do that as well.
I've taken out
put
way
the
too
Forza
tight.
Aero on.
Henry.
Oh no!
It's not
have we
good.
left damage on? No, we're good. We're clean.
You're good.
Yeah.
It's really
Did you like how I
backwards
changed the
coming
camera while I was driving?
Yeah, really cinematic, Henry.
Yeah,
Are you
you.
trying to distract us from the gameplay?
No.
No.
Hey, what's
would.
over there? I don't think this is going to beat your score, unfortunately.
You've still got I think 3 clipping zones to go, so you can get a lot of points. With the multiplier, right? It adds up pretty quick.
Yeah, exactly. It's right there. Go on, Henry.
I do need to be in there.
Go on, you can do it.
I'm going to be cheeky here.
Henry,
He's done
Stop milking it.
You're trying to min-max it. We'll go backwards
over it.
You're going to fail it.
You're going to fail it.
You're going to fail it.
Give me time out.
And on that
Nice try,
bombshell,
nice try.
thank you so much for joining us, guys. A truly exceptional update to a truly exceptional game. So thank you so much for joining us. Right, well, Fable fans, listen up, because we're bringing the Fable experience to you here at Gamescom at home with an in-depth look at this reimagining of the franchise.
Yeah, but first, it's time to visit the brooding and futuristic world of Warhammer 40k Dark Heresy and the voices bringing the characters to life. Check this out.
I'm used to killing Xenos, not talking to them.
They usually tells me I'm smart. Not that I'm interesting.
Numerous signs of bruising, superficial damage to the surface layers of the skin, apparent loss of integrity in some of the smaller bones.
The heresy of pride, which spurs one to believe in one's own exceptionality, and the heresy of consorting with the enemies of humanity.
Ah, you expect me to object, Otvaka? I am no longer part of the Tick vein.
You have guessed my race, but I am no foe to you or your tribe.
Recommendation. Additional protection for the Acolyte upon approach.
Hey everyone, this is Josh from Octopus Panic, and I'm here to give you a closer look at our game, Gravhounds. Gravhounds is a 1-to-4 player co-op action builder starring a crew of blue-collar working dogs who are lost in space and trying to find their way home. Each shift starts aboard the mining ship, where the crew gathers before heading out. From here, we'll pick a job and launch the mission.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Once we're planetside, everything starts from the collector. This is our dropship, and it's the center of our operation. To begin, we'll lay out some pipeline, which is the power network that allows us to expand across the planet. With the pipeline in place, the first thing we want to build is the fabricator. This is a factory in a box that allows us to produce build kits for our turrets and other infrastructure. Every Gravhound is equipped with a Grav Beam. This can be used to collect resources, build defensive infrastructure, and even manage the local wildlife. Some resources are extremely volatile, which can come in handy if used correctly. Collecting resources earns us build credits, which can be spent to expand our operation. Okay, with defenses in place, we can move on to our main job. An excavator has been dropped from orbit near a buried artifact. It needs power to work, so we'll push the pipeline across the planet, set up some defenses around the site, and then connect it. Once we bring this thing online, it's going to attract a lot of attention. Here they come. Each Gravhound has a booster rig that lets them move quickly and fluidly around the environment. As the pressure rises, so does our power. Our turrets earn experience in combat, and they can be promoted to more powerful, specialized variants. Throughout each session, we earn reward pods, which contain randomized rewards that increase our combat effectiveness. And if somebody misses a beat, they get a second chance, assuming their friends cooperate. Okay, once we survive the wave, the excavator finally reaches the artifact. Now we just have to get it home. It's too heavy for one Gravhound, so the crew has to work together to get it back, while everything in the world is still trying to kill us. Once we secured the artifact, we can prep the ship for launch.
Underway. It shouldn't take too long. This won't go unnoticed.
And this is it. This is when everything that we've built, everything that we've upgraded throughout the session, all of that really matters. because now we need to hold out for one final wave until the collector is ready to launch.
The turret's under fire.
That's not good.
Once the collector's ready, everyone races to get aboard, and we take off and head back to the mining ship. Once we're back, we'll regroup, spend some time upgrading our stuff, and then choose our next destination. Each session, you'll be exploring different planets, different jobs, different builds, different opportunities for disaster. And that's Grabhounds. Grabhounds is coming to Xbox and PC, and it's available day one with Game Pass.
Well, Fable fans here at Gamescom are flooding to the Xbox booth for a special theatre experience highlighting an early quest in the much anticipated game. And joining me now to bring you guys at home through the demo experience, please welcome Fable game director Ralph Fulton. How are you, Ralph? Great to have you.
Super well, thank you for having me. How are you?
I'm so good, thank you for asking. Having a great time at Gamescom. I'm upset that I haven't been over to the theatre experience just yet, but maybe I can take a little sneak peek now with you.
Absolutely, let's go through it.
Sounds good. Now, set the scene for us. What can we expect to see from the demo?
So, we are going big for Fable this week at Gamescom. We have actually got not one but two demos that we're showing here today, but the one that we're looking at right now is one we're showing in a theatre right here on the Xbox booth, which is a segment from a relatively early quest in the game, and we are bringing together all the disparate bits of Fable that we've been teasing people about for what seems like years now. Right, you're going to see cinematics, you're going to see story, you're going to see choices and consequences, you're going to see combat. That's another big thing that we're talking about here this week and giving some folks hands-on with at Gamescom. And it is all set against the backdrop of the magnificent capital city of Bowerstone.
Wow.
So we're arriving in Bowerstone, not quite for the first time, but certainly early in the game, and taking in its sights.
Oh, blimey, governor. It looks absolutely delicious. Now, you mentioned we're here at Bowerstone. Talk to us a little bit about maybe this city as well as some of the other ones and how they'll play a role on how the villagers interact or how our character navigates through them.
Absolutely. So Bowerstone, capital of Albion, biggest city in Albion. I think there are some 400 of those 1,000 handcrafted NPCs we've talked about before living right here in the city. 130 houses that you can buy. I think there's about 40 businesses you can buy as well.
Oh my gosh.
So tons and tons to see and do and purchase and get involved with. And obviously that living population is really the sort of beating heart of our game. It's like a Greek chorus that reflects the things you do back at you. And it's all about our reputation system. So the things you do build reputation, and these people will absolutely let you know what they think about the things you've done.
Yeah, Philippa just there, mouthing off again. Classic.
They are not backwards and coming forwards when it's about telling you what they think about the things you've done. They are very opinionated indeed.
Wow.
This guy is actually my husband. That's Elliot.
Ah.
So
Hello, Elliot.
I have been to Bowerstone before, and we got married. This is where we live. This is a house. All the buildings in the city and indeed the game, you can go inside. They all have fully realised interiors. The design, the level of detail is just incredible. We live here, Elliot and I, with our daughter Daisy, who's just round the corner here.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Oh.
Yeah, we're going to leave our father to deal with that question.
Probably. That's easier. The interior is absolutely gorgeous, Ralph.
Yeah, incredible work from our artists, incredible work from our technicians. A really, really beautiful game, and very varied within Bowerstone. We're going to see a variety of different parts of the city, which will all reflect the different statuses of the people who live here.
Gorgeous. Wow. So whereabouts are we headed off to? What is our hero up to on this journey?
Great. Well, quick story recap. What has brought us here is obviously that terrible event that happened at the start of the game. You'll remember from Dev Direct, I hope that your village was turned to stone, including your grandma. Very sad. You grew up, you have left the village, and you are now looking for the help of the legendary heroes of the Heroes Guild, because Grandma said that if you're ever in trouble, that's where you should go to get some help. We couldn't quite get into the Heroes Guild earlier. We went and got a key from our brother Connor, and now we have used that key to access the Heroes Guild. We're looking for Humphrey the Golden, who you might remember from a trailer we did a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
We believe he's the guy that can help us save our grandma and our village, and we're about to meet him right now.
Let's find out. Poor grandma.
Indeed.
Again, the interior looks amazing. I love the artwork on the left.
Mother? Can I get a large beer, please? Thank you.
A large beer. Right. This will do.
Oh.
Obviously, you can choose to throw it over him or just hand it over. We've been asking the crowd in the theatre what they think. Just generally throw it over him.
Interesting.
So I think that's what we go for here.
Oh, you took your bloody Oh, right. Hero. Yeah, of course you are.
I need your help.
Now I'm finished. Guild's closed.
My nan used to tell stories about you. She
Your
said...
nan? If you're some kind of mega fan, I think I've still got some merch out the back. Got shields with my face on. Sort of tabard things.
She's trapped. They all are. My whole village. There was a woman in red. She could have been a hero or...
You're a hero. You'll work it out.
And what about you? You're being evicted. You gonna tell me what happened?
I mean, I'm not particularly proud of it, but I ran up a few debts. I don't like to talk about that. I reached out to a local sculptor in town, commissioned him to capture my image in a raw and marble. Anyway, I don't know what I did wrong, but Geezer wouldn't pay me in the end. I did what anyone would do, and I went down to Ronnie's place.
You lost the Heroes Guild on a bet. It's fine. I'll get it back. And your gold.
You're not listening. I meant what I said. I'm done.
I'm not doing it for you.
Well then, oh Humphrey.
Yeah, they say never meet your heroes, right?
What a letdown.
Yeah. So we saw a choice there. Obviously, that's not a massive choice in the scheme of things, but it does result in a reputation. Humphrey now thinks you're an arsehole.
What can you do?
It's fair.
Yeah, you throw a beer.
You will have millions of little choices like that, and they will scale up in importance and repercussions throughout the game. culminating right at the end of the game in some really earth-shattering permanent decisions you'll have to make, which will change the face of the world forever.
Okay, wow. I don't know if I'm ready for those. I take a lot of time deciding if I want tea or coffee, so we'll find out about how I get on there. Going back a wee bit of the cutscene we've just seen and the trailer that you mentioned when we introduced Humphrey, where did this idea of the cutaways and the talking heads come from for the interviews within the gameplay? It's so interesting and gives us like a real insight into some of the more important characters. I'm really curious.
It does, and I think it's something that we haven't really seen in video games before. We're super familiar with it, I guess, from like TV. You know, The Office did it, and Parks and Recreation did it, and lots of great shows like that have done it. The interesting thing about this is it actually stems way back from our pre-production phase when we were trying to figure out how to go and shoot cinematics like that. You know, from directing our actors and doing the performance capture and the rendering that's required for hair and eyes and all that kind of good stuff. Really just to prove out that pipeline, we recorded two speeches by two of our actors, which they did to camera, really just because we wanted to study the face and see how it moved and all that kind of good stuff. And we really loved the effect it had, that sort of almost mock interview effect, and it does exactly what you observed there. It gives you an opportunity to see into the mind of the character. They can give some motivation in a much simpler, clearer way than they would in a dialogue normally. And we liked it so much, we asked the question, how can we get this into our game? And we do it in exactly that way. That's sort of cutaway within a cinematic, and it just gives you a little more insight, a little more humour from the character. We hope folks will really enjoy it.
Yeah, I certainly will as well. But that's so interesting how it came about, rather than being such a conscious decision from the start. You'd
be surprised how much a video game development works like that.
Oh my gosh. A new hero. Mind if I take notes?
Keep your nose out, mate. Slick Ronnie sent us. She wants all Golden Balls evicted, and we're happy to oblige.
This doesn't need to get violent.
Whoa. Giving villains a chance to save themselves? So heroic.
Wrong. Ronnie owns those deeds now. Legally, the guild's hers. So that means you're trespassing.
Get somewhere safe!
Oh no. So we weren't able to talk ourselves out there. Ralph, what are we seeing with the combat here?
Yeah, absolutely. So this is what we call style weaving combat, right? And it's an evolution, I think, of the combat that people loved in the original Fable trilogy. It's about strength, skill, and will, which is about weaving between ranged and melee and magical attacks. We hope really seamlessly, really simply, really fluidly, to allow you to choose how you take on any given combat scenario. So the player that we've recorded for this particular video, super skilled at this, knows all the moves, but is also demonstrating just how easy it is to move from one style to another and dispatch the enemies.
Absolutely. Love that little move with the dagger at the end.
Very nice,
there.
wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'm the hero of Bry Hill.
I don't know where that is, but I bet they're proud of having you as the hero.
So, what are you doing here?
Oh, right. I have Mr. Golden's script. It's the first step of my 3-step plan. Write the musical, get Mr. Golden to star in the musical, make Mr. Golden happy again.
So this character, this adorable little child called Billy,
Best of luck with that.
we're describing her as a part-time playwright, full-time orphan. She lives at the orphanage, and she is trying to get Humphrey the Golden to star in a play about his life. The point of showing this quest is to show people exactly what it's going to be like to play a quest, but all our quests are super varied. In the quest after this one, you'll actually take part in that very same musical. So we'll meet Billy again. That's for another day, but something that people can look forward to when they play the game in February when we come out. What we're seeing right now, though, is a very quick glimpse at our skill tree. We're spending a skill point we earned from that last combat encounter on a new spell called Blades, which is great for crowd control, but I'm sure people will be freeze framing and screen capping that screen just to see what else might be contained within.
Yeah, can you give me some tips maybe about how I should build my hero, or what should players focus on with their talents and skills?
So That's a great question. I think honestly the answer that we would always go to is we want you to be the hero you want to be, right? And we've set up this combat system, the way progression works, the way that you'll build skills and new moves and upgrade your weapons. It's based on how you want to develop as a hero, and I guess also your particular style in combat. You know, so you're not bound by any specific class. You can basically build the loadout that you want. Personally, I'm all about power, so a big hammer, damage dealing spells. There are lots more skilled players than me who use crowd control and teleports and what have you, so it's all about how you want to take on a combat encounter.
Nice. I am impressed by some of the magic we've seen here and earlier in the year as well. I'm excited to get my hands on it. Very pretty.
Yeah.
Okay, so we made it to a tavern, a wee pub.
Oi.
Vibe?
You got business with Ronnie or what?
That's right. This is the hangout of
tell me.
The gang.
Me? Tell you.
The Silks? Is it the Silks? I think it's the Silks.
Above my pay grade,
we're trying to reclaim the guild deeds, which Humphrey lost on a bet. Yes, we're trying to negotiate our way in here. It's the Slicks, of course. It's the Slicks.
Any feedback for me?
Same
by the
letters.
way? I'm on a work experience placement. If I don't make it here, I've got to slum it with the Oakshire gangs,
Try swearing more, arsehole.
Blimey. I could give it a shitting go. Cheers, hero.
Yeah, fair enough. He doesn't seem like the most confident criminal I've ever come across, our friend Stan. But
I think our advice will stand him in good stead.
I think so too.
I think actually we're going to kill him in just about 45 seconds time, but
spoilers.
That's a little bit of a spoiler, yeah. So this particular challenge you can play any number of ways. When you actually play it in the game, I think for in the interest of time, we pay our way through this next particular blockage. But there are different ways you can go and speak to people and find different ways through this locked door.
What?
Amazing.
I'm here to see Ronnie.
Good for you. Boss ain't really taking on new clients right now. You got an appointment.
So yeah, we're cash rich, so we're just going to pay the $2,500.
Easy way. There you go.
Can't you look the other way?
For that amount of coin, I'll look whichever way you tell me to, mate. Why don't you go on through, eh? Make yourself at home. But not too at home. No touching the boss's stuff. She'll be with you shortly.
Sarney, love her name as well. Was someone called Big Bath as well?
Yeah, I think that was another member of the gang. Yeah. It's a good nickname.
Yeah. Could be worse.
So we're looking for the guild deeds, and I guess the likelihood is that they're behind this locked door, but our hero is resourceful. We're going to pick this lock.
She did give us a wee clue to have a look about. Well, tell us not to, but what are you going to do in this scenario? Not open the locked door?
Exactly.
Oh, I love all the trinkets we've got around here.
Yeah, and
very pretty.
We don't do it in this video, but there's a lot more to rummage through in this.
Better get this back to the guild.
In this particular room, but yeah, in the interest of time, we're just going to grab the guild deeds and go.
Yeah, Ralph, I'm really guilty for that. I'll check in every nook and cranny.
I do the same.
Good,
Yeah.
good.
I think it's good player behaviour.
Me too. Thank you. Vindication. I like that.
Had a few too many pints, actually. You smug git. That's quite funny. I tell you what, though, it takes stones robbing from me in my own poorhouse. Humphrey used to be like that, back in the day, before he shit the bed and fell apart. Not that I haven't enjoyed watching the guild slowly bleed out. Well, you're bleeding out next. Now you're speaking my language.
This hero causing you grief, boss.
Nothing you lot can't sort out. Humphrey should have warned you not to fuck with me, hero. Bit late now. Sort them out.
Okay, another wee look at combat, another fracas on our hands here. We spoke about some of the different various combat that we can use for tools, melee, range, etc. How do they complement each other? And Ralph, what's your preferred style? You mentioned that big hammer earlier.
So I love a big hammer.
Yeah,
I think exactly. And like I say, I tend to go for big damage dealing spells, like blades, like fireball. but you can play the game in a bunch of different ways. We actually had somebody playing in hands-on over in our behind closed doors demos today, who absolutely blitzed through it. Incredible skill level, did it on the highest difficulty level. So our team were sort of standing around applauding.
Wow.
So you can bring a lot to it. I think one of the things we're trying to show this week with the demos we're doing is that you can come to this with whatever skill level you have, and the game will meet you at it. We have a bunch of different difficulty levels, and also a range of enemies that will challenge you in different ways.
Yeah, that sounds class. Speaking of a range of different enemies, we've got quite a large gentleman here with maybe a different level of threat than our heroes face. What are we seeing?
Yeah, he's a big lad, isn't he? I wouldn't go as far as to say he's like a mini boss or anything like that. He's just a particularly large human enemy, of which we have a bunch. We absolutely do have what we class as mini bosses, really large enemies that are going to give you even more of a challenge than this guy, and then we have proper boss fights as well, as you can imagine, against Isabel, who we met in June in our showcase trailer, and who knows, perhaps against someone else as well. But yeah, this dude is just a really, really large guy with an axe, and as you can see, takes a bit of wearing down, but is ultimately no match for our hero.
Obviously. Oh, absolutely sparked. Oh, shame about that beautiful mustache.
Indeed.
Oh well. Is that Big Bap? He should be called Big Bap.
I wonder if it was Big Bap, actually. We didn't see Sanj there. Hopefully he got away.
Maybe ran away from the criminal afterlife. Well, this looks absolutely stunning. I know I won't be alone in saying that, Ralph, so congrats to you, the team at Playground, everything for Fable. I can't wait to actually get my hands and play. But if there's anything you'd like to share with the folks at home, what are you hoping that they take away from this?
Well, look, I mean, people have been saying to us for ages when we put out a bunch of trailers for this game over the years. People have been saying to us, show us the gameplay, show us the gameplay. That's exactly what we've been doing this year. In June, we showed 30 minutes of our life simulations. Here, we're showing what it's really like to play a game and a quest in our game. This is a genuine quest from our game. And it combines all those things, right? There's conversations, there's choices, there's moral dilemmas, there's freedom, there's combat, there's humor, there's cinematics, there's people from Peep Show. So it's kind of got everything. We're getting a really great reaction from folks in the theatre at Gamescom this week. I hope many more will continue queuing for it tomorrow. And yeah, we're just hoping folks at home enjoyed this sneak peek at the game that we're building.
I hope they did too. I'll be first in queue tomorrow. Ralph, thank you so much for sharing, and thank you for joining us as well. This has been lovely.
Not at all, thank you.
Well guys, we've had such a great first day here at Gamescom. I hope you've enjoyed it just as much as I have. We've been able to bring you 11 titles coming to Xbox Game Pass, including 2 world premieres and some of the biggest upcoming games like Minecraft Dungeons 2, Gears of War E-Day, and of course, Fable. But this is merely day 1. Tomorrow, day 2 kicks off with the frenetic survival combat of PUBG's latest venture, DeadNet. Plus, you can look forward to more world premieres and exclusive gameplay walkthroughs from the latest titles making a splash here at Gamescom. Before we go though, let's check in with Benny and Charlie.
This is the world of Halo Campaign Evolved, a fitting place to end the day as fans take the fight to the Covenant in this incredible life-sized warthog. Of course, this was just too good not to get a photo op. Right, Charlie?
Yeah, very right there, Benny. So keep it right here and we'll see you all tomorrow. This is Xbox at Gamescom 2026. And Benny, let's crunch ahead! Get him!
You don't even have a driver!